Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating from a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Ladies and gentlemen, people, we're here. My hair still doesn't look any better than it did yesterday, but you know what? We can just cope. We can just cope together, I guess. Hold on. We've got a lot to cover today. We've got a lot of shit to cover today. That is no understatement. That is no understatement, okay? Today is we're in a sense kind of taking a trip down memory lane, okay? So really, whenever you started watching me, at whatever point you started watching these streams, there's going to be a callback to probably every season on this stream. And you'll figure that out pretty soon. Let me just, hold on, I have a drawer that's open. One sec. Dude, why won't my closet door is locked? There we go. All right. We have a lot of shit to cover. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I got a haircut. They completely mutilated my gorgeous hair. My locks have disappeared. But you know, we'll make do, I guess. For now. So I know it's a bit of a dramatic change in appearance, but we're kind of figuring it out, right? But it's a good thing Joey's in chat. Good thing Take Nine's here, because he brought my attention to something last night, and this is change in appearance. Well, keep that in mind, because other people have undergone dramatic changes in their appearance recently, as of late. And by people, I mean, who remembers an individual by the name of Achita? Who remembers Achita? Who remembers Achita? Who remembers Achita? What did you do to your hair? I got it cut. It was a haircut. Well, Achito is somebody that I have had on and off beef with for a long time. Sometimes I buried the hatchet with him, and extended a hand in friendship. No, I mean, we've never really been friends. We've been, at certain points, we decided it would be for the best if we buried the hatchet. Others we've been going, I've never liked the guy. I've seen him as incredibly obnoxious, incredibly annoying, and I've never trusted him. And I also, that's besides the fact our politics have always differed, right? I came up, the YouTube I was watching in 2016, 2017, I obviously came up with a predisposed bias towards more right-wing viewpoints, and it feels like so did he, but it never felt like he grew out of it. So I've always, like, the other thing too is, and then he's very sensitive, insanely sensitive. Most of his dramas have been in relation to his sensitivity coming on full display. Basically, his sensitive, like, what was so for example, like, he dishes it, he can't take it. He's totally okay with edgy humor, loves his edgy jokes that target various groups of various backgrounds, but then somebody goes and makes a joke where the target is Christians and Christianity, and he throws a bitch fit and calls for consequences to be brought in the form of them losing sponsorships. You saw the whole situation with Bunk after the two of them debated. He is just a total crybaby, and I hate crybabies, right? And I guess, what is it? I guess, he decided at some point that the sort of, he wanted to have some more, he was trying to figure out his identity, right? We're around the same age, and, you know, your identity is always shifting and changing. When he finds someone to base his identity around, which people at this age do, whether they'll openly admit it or not, most of the time it's subconscious, but there'll be one, like, biggest inspiration or biggest influence that really does play a huge role in this person's life. He takes everything about them, down to their appearance, right? When he was hanging with Tom, he started to, like, skinwalk him in every degree possible, that, you know, he's constantly talking about a shapeshifter. He literally changes his appearance. And he has the taste and content of a 15-year-old or somebody still in high school. For a while, he was watching Tectone and making like conservative grift videos, and then leaning right into just overt like racism, making a video titled Black Fatigue. And I guess now his inspiration is clavicular. And I'm not kidding, by the way. I'm not kidding. The looks maxing sort of fad or whatever that's catching on amongst young men, I guess he is the type of guy that also, like, I always ask when I'm watching, like, the Nux Takus or Kick streamers, or I'm like, who is actually watching this shit? And the answer is Ichida. The answer is the most obnoxious dudes you knew in high school that never left high school. Those are the people. Those are the people that are watching. And now that he's picked this to be his main influence, people noted a dramatic change in his appearance. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you think his appearance has changed? So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look. Thank you for the 5, Kirby. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Thank you so much, buddy. So as we go down, hold on. Let's look at what he looked like a month ago.
iDubbbz is called.
All right, this is him a month ago. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, that's him a month ago, guys. Great stuff. Thanks for playing it in 144p.
iDubbbz is calling Penguin Z0 a Nazi, which is hilarious because he's calling everybody a Nazi. And
Dude, why does Brave lag?
And to highlight the person
So
who...
that's what he looks like. Okay, you know, fine, normal. This is what he looks like now. That was actually 4 weeks ago. Since he started watching Clavicular, this is what he looks like now.
It is genuinely remarkable
like
to
that.
me.
So, he's doing something different with the hair. His skin is getting noticeably darker. And if you go... Dude, there was one where it was, like, so bad. Where he, like, race swapped. Hold on, where is it? Dude, where is he gonna go full cam? There's one where he just, like, completely race swapped. Yeah.
All right, so Dean Withers...
Dude. What? What? I guess they're bringing back the spray tan. I guess that's like fashionable again. I don't like the 1980s like real estate agent look. He's now putting his hair back, where it's like he has a matured hairline. I have the same thing. I have a matured hairline, right? Where it's like, you know, you have a little bit of like a widow's peak or whatever. It's not like super even, or it kind of makes you look like you have a 5 head. And it's like, that's fine. I'd go as far as say as like the majority of guys probably have something like that going on. But then you like style it like according, like you, for example, like a lot of people will have a bit of a fringe. That works. But having your hair back is not for everybody, right? It just makes you look older. It's not necessarily a great look. And I guess that he's decided it would be a great look for him. I don't know. But in addition to that, the skin part is where it's really like, who was telling you this looks good? And I said spray tan. I said spray tan. That is not a spray tan. I had something leaked to me. By an op that I planted into a Cheetos. Dude, one of my shootas, I planted them into a Cheetos friend group because I decided we need to figure out what he's doing to himself. So I had somebody that I implanted into a Cheetos friend group that has slowly been befriending him and is now invited to his future wedding, just so we could figure out what the fuck this guy is doing to his skin. Right? And we got our answer. We got our answer. And it is crazier than you thought. How are you so tan? Okay, disavow. The AG4L spy agency is we're doing internal reviews and purging our staff. What the fuck? You turning black. So he says MT2. And I ask myself, what the fuck is MT2? What is MT2, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because MT2, ladies and gentlemen, is a peptide. Well, synthetic peptide. Fuck, I just learned, yeah, a melanocyte stimulating hormone. Yeah. So your melanocytes are your skin cells that produce, okay, I'm going to get this off. I learned this a while. Melanocytes are like melanin producing skin cells that exist in your skin and your eyes. Certain types of melanocytes, I think, produce darker melanin, while other kinds produce pinker melanin. But what this peptide does is it stimulates those cells so that more melanin is in melanogenesis, more melanin is then being produced in the skin. For those of you that don't know what melanin is, somehow, it is your body's biological, what would be the word? I don't want to say, it's not a dye. I don't want to say, but it's produced by melanocytes, and it is the reason that black people are black. It's the reason that your skin might tan, because there's two types of melanogenesis. One is natural occurrence caused by genetics. The other is caused by UV radiation, tanning, etc. And this one, I believe, yeah, it's color. It's color. It's color. Yes. 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 And do you know why you're white? You always ask yourself, I didn't realize this. Do you know why you're, okay. This is fun fact. Fun science fact. Okay, it's pretty obvious why black people are black, right? Because black people have recent origin in sub-Saharan Africa, where they're exposed to ungodly amounts of sunshine, and it is it's not because sunlight is like dangerous or whatever and kills you. It's actually because UV rays affect some sort of protein that aids sperm production and reproduction. So you had more offspring and more viable offspring the less UV rays you got. So melanin obviously served an evolutionary purpose. But then why did people turn white then? Why didn't they just stay black when they moved to Europe? Well, that's because if you're not getting enough UV rays, you get vitamin D deficiency, which also causes issues of viable reproduction. So they evolved to lose that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, so he is synthetically, with MT2, he is synthetically simulating melanogenesis. One would ask, is he trying to turn black? I don't know. But the weird part about this, I guess, is, yeah, it is not FDA approved. It has a ton of side effects, and I'm pretty sure you take it via injection, no? So he is literally injecting himself with this peptide to make himself tan. And I can't for the life of me this is mental illness, right? If you're at that point where like you are literally injecting yourself with peptides just to look at what point can we say this is like just straight up mental illness?
Just debated friend of the show Lily.
Thank you for the $5, Puddle Sucker. Did you see the recent study that confirmed the average? Okay, good one, buddy. Good one. Nice one.
Tino and embarrassed him, bringing up a lot of the past controversies involving Disney World, how this person refused to leave the women's restroom and actually took pictures inside of the women's restroom, and also used a very inappropriate.
But it's just like it's not a good look. It's just not a good look. It looks very unnatural. You know what I mean? Looks very unnatural. Very unnatural. Isn't he transphobic, by the way? But he's true. True. Imagine being so mentally ill that you're getting medical procedures done to augment your natural appearance. And it's like, meanwhile, he's injecting peptides to look smacks. Yeah, my biggest concern about the looks maxing trend was that you were gonna just mainstream body dysmorphia. Men got the better end of the body dysmorphia deal in the sense of, can men still get body dysmorphia? 150%. I've known men who have had it. But it's more common among, or my understanding is generally it's more common amongst women, right? And that, I imagine, has something to do with the fact that marketing strategies towards women in relation to appearance have been very for example, making natural things like aging synonymous with bad, promoting like super unhealthy weights, etc. Meaning that like your average woman is gonna have this cognitive dissonance where advertisements, the media is telling her that these natural, aspects of her appearance are bad, and as a result, all the insecurity and efforts that come with that. But I'm worried that with the newer generation, that this is just going to do that, but for men as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, not great stuff. Not great stuff. Go see a psychologist, man. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna do something that some might not be happy with. Alright, I've been suppressing him for a long time. Alright, he's been gone. He hasn't reared his ugly head in a minute. But the ACC lolcow is gonna have to come out for a little bit. Okay, just for a little bit. I've given him the day. So, it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation. Mr. Hyde, he's been at bay. He's been at bay for quite some time now. But unfortunately, his expertise is needed for this next one. So, who remembers LioConvoy? Anyone remember that guy? To make a long story short, he is somebody that I've hated that I've hated for quite some time now, ever since I've heard of him, for a litany of reasons that have all been litigated by myself and everyone else who doesn't like the guy. To make a long story short, it's gonna be very ironic, I know. He will fuck with people's personal lives over online beef, like when he knowingly tried to report a 16-year-old that he was beefing with on Discord as a school shooting threat to his school. He finds and then threatens to utilize information about the family members of various individuals that he's decided to pick a fight with or go after. Many times these individuals are people who are severely cognitively disabled. He doesn't take fair fights. He will only fight people that he knows will not be able to fight back. And he's a crybaby. He'll get on people for shit like suicide baiting while crying to his mod team that he wants to blow his own brains out because he's getting rightful criticism due to his own actions. Now, in private, all of my coverage about him was correct, and it continues to be correct. My private behavior in relation to the guy was inappropriate, right? And I should be held to account for that, and I was. With that being said, everything that existed about him still stands. I don't cover him really anymore because he hasn't done anything new, so there isn't really anything to cover. You know what I mean? I'm not like hands off because I don't believe there were any failings in my coverage itself. I'm not against coverage of him. I just don't necessarily think I'm the right guy to do it, and B, there's nothing there to cover right now. Now, while I have refrained from coverage of this individual, he has taken, he's gotten, he all of a sudden is willing to address me directly and has like gotten his jabs in. And I haven't really paid too much mind to it. But something I found particularly interesting was, and plays into like the sort of cryboy narrative. I knew yesterday that before or 2 days ago that before we were gonna run with this like Parry got molested thing, I knew there was a good chance that he was gonna play victim when I did it. And I didn't conceivably see how, because Parry had come at me leaking what he thought was real about my family and my family life. So I don't know how he was gonna really. He's pathetic enough to try to do it, but I didn't think that anyone would like ever like fall for that. LioConvoy, I guess, decides to chime in with a very surprising opinion, and I'd love to check this out. What the fuck is that? Hold on. One sec. So here it is. Let's take a look. So somebody goes, Aiden is exposed as a coward who allows his stepfather to beat his mother. So just like him leaking things that he believes, about my family, right? And then, hold on. Also, the thing is, Parry was wrong by chance. I don't have a stepfather. But, I mean, technically, like, this would be just, like, leaking shit if it were real, which he believed it was at the time, right? It just would be, like, leaking, like, the living arrangements of my family members. Like, you'd be able to ascertain more info about my personal life from this. Is that a dox? No. No. But I don't know why, like, someone who would be supposedly so anti-doxing would signal boost that, right? Now, he says, is this why he was so obsessed with me? Was he no, I don't like you because the reason I don't like Lio, for example, was friends with a 17-year-old, and when he believed that 17-year-old was being groomed by somebody in their broader orbit for content, he got the minor into a call with the person that was allegedly grooming them. And then it turns out the minor got groomed again by Lio's like co-host during that segment, or the grooming happened later, but Lio's co-host during that segment later went on to groom that same minor. Another reason would be Lio admitting to, then later retracting, but defending the idea of having that same minor film CSAM. That kind of stuff is probably the reason I wouldn't like him. Not because he reminds me of my non-existent stepfather, right? Never had a stepfather. I don't have a stepfather. But he says, is this why he was actually, so he says, is this why he was so obsessed with me, projecting his issues? Honestly, this has happened with a lot of people before. Hope he gets help. Yeah, so for somebody like Lio, he can never do introspection and figure out, am I possibly the reason for like everyone not liking me? No, instead it must be everybody. It's some like suppressed like hatred of a family member, right? He says, hey, Green Gary, heard what he leaked about you. I'm sorry to hear that. You didn't deserve to have that weaponized against you. First of all, I made that up. Well, I inferred it and then ran with it as if it were real, as part of the fucking whole snark narrative, and then it turned out to actually be real. But that was literally just reciprocating what he was doing to me, except he actually thought what he was leaking was real. Furthermore, I've literally defended Lio when somebody tried to weaponize his molestation against him. So it's not like something like I believe should legitimately be weaponized against people. But I don't know how you could come out of that. I don't know how someone like Lio could come out of that siding with Parry. But I don't, it's not surprising to, Lio probably saw that one comment that Parry made about sending a known pedophile after Brandon Buckingham's 1-year-old daughter. Lio probably read that and was like, this guy's awesome or something. So I guess, I don't know. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Well, that's that. That's that. But we're not done just yet. We're not done just yet because LioConvoy has a right-hand man. And when Lio was not addressing my criticisms directly, his top guy was doing it for him, an individual by the name of GildedPoo. Now, GildedPoo, for those of you that don't remember, long-term enemy of myself, also of Queeman, for some reason. There's a weird crossover there. Him and Queen, he really doesn't like Queeman, and is like terrified of the guy. But GildedPoo, what's interesting is that GildedPoo started off as a LioConvoy A-log. So Gilded had made videos on Lio, and in the course of one of these videos, GildedPoo had figured out or gotten photos of LioConvoy's wife's Facebook. Like, he actually got it from the Facebook and decided to go over those photos or include those photos in his video on Lio. This is obviously leagues worse than anything I have ever done. And he basically, for whatever reason, was one of the main critics over my situation. And simultaneously, in addition to that, was taking jabs at me over, like, the Goat Kato stuff, which is, like, fair enough. Fair enough. But I don't know why you, would take jabs at me, going way too far with, like, shit posting on Discord that was viewed by, like, at max 15 people. I don't know why you would take so many jabs there, but while simultaneously being the guy that actually went to that person's Facebook and included photos of that person's Facebook in your video on Lio to, like, your whole channel, your public audience. And then furthermore, I don't know why you would take jabs at me over the goat shit when apparently you were doing this. And by this, I mean this. Wait, where the fuck is it? I thought Ali Khan had put it in inbox. Fuck! Dude. Green put it in inbox. So, we don't know where this is from. There's no info posted, so. Dude, I'm holding. I need a minute. I need a second. I just need a second. All right. What is something? Is there anything green in the room? Is there anything? My mouse has a green light on it. Something blue. My cloud filter. Something white. The walls. Something black. My keyboard. Anyways, let's continue. Let's proceed. So we've got these Are you serious? Okay, so Ali Khan didn't link it. I guess I saw an apparition. Instead, Green sent us this. These are the DM. What? This is it? Thanks, Green. Thanks, man. Thanks. Really. Much appreciated, Green. Green coming in clutch. Green coming in clutch. I honestly, it's just so overwhelming. These very readable DMs. Very readable DMs that we're looking at right now. Thank you, Ryle. Thank you, Ryle. Ryle took a break from beating up his girlfriend to send us this. Thanks, Ryle. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, this is Thy Tempest. Before we continue, how does Thy Tempest identify? Just so we can cover our bases. Is Thy Tempest like is Thy Tempest trans, and if so, trans what? I haven't seen these DMs yet. All that's going through my mind right now is this guy was going so hard at me over the goat shit, getting his jabs in, mocking me, and I want you to bear in mind, I've never sexted anyone. I have never sexted anyone. The only DM that you will ever find is me telling someone I have feelings for them. That was the most embarrassing DM, and this guy bear in mind how hard he went over that. Just keep that in mind as we're going here. Tempest is they were formerly friends with Goat. They are an ACC. They have like the AC. You know the type. It's like the ACC kind of autism. When they talk, they sound funny. They have that like accent. They are like furry adjacent. They were sexting at one point with Fox Azor, who you guys remember me having a discussion with on stream. They are, you know, a sort of unknown lolcow, right? And basically, the puberty arc is getting. What do you mean? Okay, anyways, and basically, yeah. They're like apparently just like, I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, my one I've had more than one. I think my biggest interaction with this person, I was confronting somebody else in someone's Discord server, and this person joined and was like, "Hey guys, can we maybe like not say certain like this, or can we maybe not say?" And I went off on Tempest. I was in the middle of confronting someone else, and I'm like, what, like, you have to be the most, like, narcissistic fucking loser on earth to join a conversation between two people that does not involve you and start tone policing based on what makes you personally comfortable. Like, don't be in the conversation if that's the case. Who the fuck just joins in and starts telling people what to do in a conversation that does not involve them? Anyways, so I'm just wondering if my answer is a no for us to meet. Will you still interact with me, like talk and stuff? I guess I'm just nervous. If I say no, that we won't talk anymore and shit. I'm probably being irrational, but it's just been on my mind a lot. Now, this is not a definite answer, of course. This is a hypothetical question is all. I mean, I personally... Can somebody, by the way, go to GildedPoo's Twitter and start sending all the Goat Cato tweets to my inbox? I just want to occasionally pull one up as we go from DM to DM. Who's that guy? The girl? Have I not? Dude, where the fuck? I've just gone over who both of these people are. You need to learn how to use the rewind function. I'm not doing it again, so. No, I didn't. I just did. What do you mean, no, I didn't? You were typing while I was doing it. Okay, sorry. Now, this is not a definite answer, of course. It's a hypothetical question is all. I mean, I personally enjoy hanging out with you a lot. I just don't want to, you know, ruin that and stuff. I know, I keep asking these kinds of questions, and I do apologize. I don't mean to be a bother whatsoever. It's just been in the back of my mind for a while. Sorry about the rambling. You're overthinking, lol. I am? Sorry. Hold on, we need to do, like, clear... Should we do a voice? 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 I am sorry. It's okay. I recognize that's partially my fault. I'm shit at communicating most of the time, but yeah, just got with the flow. Just got with the flow, guys. Gilded keeping it 100. Got with the flow, my guys. Lol. Remember when you said reading leaks? When was I did I say that? If I said that like a year ago, and I was probably just like completely wrong. Where did I say that? I don't think did I ever say that? I can't remember what I have said and what I haven't anymore, man. It's just so many things have been said. Heading to bed. I just wanted to say as a late reply to your hypothetical that I would be disappointed because what? Dude. Oh, sucks to suck, you fat fucking loser. You fat fuck. Aiden was really trying to get Goat Cato in the DMs, man. You fat stupid fuck. Oh my god. Dude. I can't explain to you the indescribable euphoria in just watching someone in all their cockiness take their shots at you when the chips are down. And then you get to witness their fall. It's a feeling that I'd imagine is similar to heroin. I'd imagine it's probably similar to heroin. I live for this. No drug can recreate this. I really want to come inside that virgin pussy you got. Sir, you have kids. How old is Tempest, by the way? How old is Tempest? Tempest is like, not like crazy young, right? Tempest is like 20s, no? I want to spend a couple days using you as my personal cock sleeve. What a legacy, Gilded. What a legacy. Goodness! Sucks to suck. Can I ask you a semi-personal question? Sure. Can we, Beckett? Yo, Beckett, you want to read? You know what, Beckett, this is your guy. That's your man's. Listen, Beckett, I thought your Goat Cato segments were funny as fuck. You want to join this set? You can read it for one. I'll read for the other. You want to do that? I think I need a little bit of help. You want to join Beckett? Where's Cope and Seed? Where's Beckett? Where's Falgi? Where are they? I don't fucking see them. I don't see them. Is the reason you flip-flopped on us fucking because you don't want to fall in love with someone who's not viewing you as their number one? As in not pursuing a relationship with you? Or is it just that you're nervous? Both, to be honest. I didn't think you were still thinking about that, to be honest. I thought maybe it'd be kinder to myself if I were to not let it happen, especially since weren't dating and you were seeing another woman on the side, especially since she is in your personal life while I'm on the internet. I thought maybe it'd be... He's seeing someone. Is it the mother of his children? You know what, Raven, I actually need you to call in. Raven, can you tell us who Tempest is? Because Raven knows... Like, to put this into perspective for you, you need to know who Tempest is. This is like a terminally online Discord spurg. This isn't just like anybody that's just like hanging around. You have to, it needs to be contextualized for you. Raven, tell us a little bit about this person.
Yo, hello?
Tell us about Tempest.
Hello? There isn't much about her besides she's like a retard who like stabs people in the back or like
Tell
goes
us
behind
about
people's
that
back.
backstabbing.
She went behind Kato by because when like shit was going on with her, she went to Lio and started telling him like everything, leaking everything to him. And then she did the thing with Hempleton where she started like accusing like Take Nine and Spindling of like SA for like jokes.
How old is she?
And then she said that Hempleton, she's 21.
Okay, so my age. Now,
Yeah.
were you ever sexting this person?
No, bro.
How does she know about your private sexual interest?
Oh, my Twitter?
Well, didn't she leak you were a furry?
Yeah.
How'd she figure that out?
She went to my Twitter.
Oh, so
That's it.
So probably not the best kept
It's
secret
nothing
then.
deeper than that.
Got
It
it.
was never a secret.
Is she hot?
I wouldn't think so, since she's admitted that she is fat.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, and
super fat.
you're gay, right? So
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So you wouldn't be able
What
to
are you
tell.
trying to imply here?
You wouldn't be able to tell. I'm trying to imply that you had a relationship with Tempest because you believe that she looks like a man. I'm kidding. I'm just making shit up. All right, thanks for.
You're, no. You're the same guy who went after Goat
All
Kata.
right, thanks. Anyways, we have pivoted. We are refocusing. All right, taking that train, putting it back on course. Both, to be honest, I didn't think you were still thinking about that. To be honest, I thought maybe it'd be kinder to myself if I were to not let it happen, especially since we weren't dating and you were seeing another woman on the side, especially since she's in your personal life while I'm on the internet. I thought maybe, okay, we already read this. Me being apprehensive about the idea of you taking my virginity while we're not, okay, I want you to bear in mind, I'm not saying this is predatory or anything, right? Not at all. This person is my age. This person Gilded is like a father. Gilded is a father. I don't know exactly how old he is or whatever, but this just like makes this more pathetic. I've said the same about Chud. Okay, I've said the same about Chud. Obviously, nothing like that Chud did was pedophilic or predatory or how it was painted out to be, right? But I've said before, like, yeah, like even if you believe they're 18, like, you know, it's a bit cringe. It's a bit cringe. Listen, I've only said it's cool because I'm sweeping for myself. Because when I'm a boomer, I don't know if I'm gonna be into 20-year-olds. Anyways, why is Mr. President running? It was funny. It was. I'll call. What do you have to say? Call back in, and then we're done. You could come rejoin the live. You have something else you really need to say. It was like it was funny for me to get all embarrassed. We could just, you know, end it there. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
Aiden.
Yeah?
Dude, so why are you being like a running little nigger right now?
Okay, alright,
Well,
goodbye,
what's
thank
your
you,
problem?
thank you, okay. Your call-in permissions have been, he's black! For context, he's black. Okay, I should not have said it like that. But he is black, he's allowed to say that. I actually don't know. I don't know if you're allowed, if you're black, are you allowed to say it like that? I mean, how far does like that pass go? You know what I mean? But anyways, I do not endorse racism of any kind. You know, I was once friends with a black person, so I do not stand by what this person just said. I thought maybe it'd be kinder to myself. Okay, anyway, we read that. So this person is a virgin. This person is a virgin at 21. You're 21 and you're a virgin. Fucking virgin. But yeah, this person is a pathetic loser virgin. And Vlad, who already has 2 kids, is seeing them on the side. No, sorry. I was just asking for my own brain. I get it. I was just thinking about it earlier and how your reasons lacked clarity. Not that you weren't clear, but that you weren't clear enough for my brain. Part of that is because I didn't ask questions. Dude, Raven, you have to end the... I can't be running back to... Just stop, okay? Just stop, Raven. Just fucking stop. Like, you need to learn when a bit is over. It's not gonna be all fucking stream with this guy. I'm banning all... Just end it. Just kill it, okay? It was funny. End it. Raven, the bit is over. It's over. You have nothing else you can conceivably say. Just fucking stop. You have to read a crowd. You have to... It's over. The bit is done. Just stop. I get it, man. I liked calling into people's shows too and having some goofs and gags, but you have to learn when it is over. Okay, you know what? Until you're done, I'm just gonna quit. Okay, until you're done, I'm gonna quit. Until you are ready to fucking get your shit together. All right, buddy, I'm out. I didn't sign up for this, okay? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to see your entire wrangle all fucking stream. Kill the bit. It's over. It's over. Raven, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to have to chat. I don't have to set. You have to just stop. Just stop, dude. Just stop. I don't have to like fucking set chat now to subs all. Just please, just stop. It's over. Just end the bit. Just end the bit. Yes, I'm having an autistic meltdown. Yes. I have like a direction this needs to be going right now, and you're just like coming in here, messing with my routine, like for no good reason either. It's not like there's anything that funny to be said. It's not like there's anything you could possibly contribute right now. So I don't know why. I don't know why you have to do this. What the fuck?
A bitch made loser who has nothing to do with his life. No one in this stream likes you. You're being boosted. Bye bye.
Okay, we're going back over. Okay, thanks. No. So... Alright, anyways. Back to these DMs. Back to these love-making DMs. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. That I just completely got... Alright. It's alright. I do think you're a lovely guy, Vlad, and I personally would have liked to have gotten closer. But I see that you weren't really into that idea at all, which I have no hard feelings over. I'm just happy we're still on talking terms, you know? I'm fine with just staying friends. I think we're friends. I don't know. You never clarified what we even are. And I truly do hope the woman you're seeing makes you and your daughter happy. You both deserve nothing but the best. All right? Also, you're incorrect about one thing. It's not yet IRL. Like, I've met her IRL, and we're not together yet. Unsure where that's going. Sorry, that's not what he sounds like. He's over the age of, like, 40, so I'm assuming that's what he sounds like. You know what I mean? Yeah, he is 2. He's got 2 kids. Meanwhile, I'm experimenting in my 20s. I just say to someone, yeah, I have feelings for you. This guy's like, oh, what a loser. Meanwhile, you are literally fucking ERPing in DMs with this is like, you talk about like ACC autism. This is like, this person is like an ACC autist. Like, they have the accent, the voice, the Spurg associations, everything. This is literally like, to put this in a comparison, if like Augie, during RFC, like one of his, like started like sexting one of his like Spurg chatters or something. That's how pathetic this is to me. We don't even know. I've re-explained this to you a million times. GildedPoo, friend of Beckett's, friend of LioConvoy's top attack dog, somebody with a very controversial history who's like a 2016 edgelord, but also a grown man with 2 kids that thinks like being edgy and being shocking equals funny, has had beef with Queeman, but like is also scared shitless of the guy, has had beef with myself, where he's made fun of me for like my private, once private, pursuits. He's like a big guy, big name in the ACC. Also, you're okay. Anyways, oh, sorry. Regardless, I still hope everything goes good with you two. If I were actually in a relationship, I wouldn't have humored these kinds of conversations. Tempest is fair enough. But if I may ask you a question. Okay, Raven, I know I joke around here. I'm trying to get through a segment. I don't know what our actual viewership is at because I think we're being botted. But I am trying to get along now. And now you're just fucking directly with my attempts to have a good segment. So now I take it personally. Now, Raven, I'm just banning you from literally everything. Due to your purposeful attempts at sabotaging me. It is a concerted, calculated attempt at completely fucking up the segment and not allowing me to actually do anything. So. If I were actually in a relationship, I wouldn't have humored these kinds of conversations. Fair enough, but if I may ask you a question, shoot. That's a message to Janny's. Insta-ban every single Raven alt that shows its fucking face in this chat. Thanks. All right, so I think these are out of order, and also in different times because the profile picture changes. Anyways, my answer is no, and I'm sorry, not because I don't like you, because I really, really do like you, Vlad. It's just that I'm not ready, not yet. I do hope we'll still interact and talk, and you don't hate me or resent me for denying you this, but I just don't feel like it's right for me to allow you to do this at this moment. This is not a definite no. Maybe in the future. What is he asking here? When I feel more comfortable to allow you to take my virginity, yes. I do really apologize if I lead you on or anything in that sort. It was never my. It was never my intentions. Alright, I understand. I'm sorry. Like I said, I hope we can still talk and interact, and that you don't resent me because of this. I enjoy hanging out with you and talking, and I don't want this answer to ruin that. Ali Khan, can you please... if you're still here, I want you to please, every time I read a DM from Gilded or Tempest, I want you to have a Gilded Goat Cato Aiden tweet fired up for me to immediately pull up, so we can just do a juxtapose the two. Aiden, you're gonna let him back in anyways. It doesn't matter. No, it does. This guy is on. I'm on my knees because apparently, and you know what? Yeah, am I some spoiled individual that expects everything from everyone? Yeah. Yes, I am. This is what I'm getting linked here. Before Ryle came in and saved the day, the guy who literally beats his wife had to come in here and save the day. This is what Green gave me. This is what Green decided would be great to put in the inbox. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this, Green? Tell me, please. In your infinite fucking wisdom, Green. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It was leaked on Twitter. Do you have the original tweet? Wait, Jimmy clipped me? Why is Pi deleting Jimmy's messages? Wait, no, Pi. Jimmy is not a Ravenalt. Pi. Jimmy is not a Ravenalt. Watch Jimmy be like, Aiden is personally banning all of my messages now? No. Okay. Anyways, let's continue, everybody. Let's continue. So these are like a little out of order, but I think that the best part, it's not just Gilded's choice and who he's deciding to pursue, but it is, I mean, really just great stuff. Heading to, this guy made 1 million tweets about the shit with me and Goat. Keep in mind, the big embarrassing DM was me essentially saying I have feelings, right? For him, we literally have DMs to some random shitter ACC chatter where he is saying, I really want to come inside that virgin pussy you got. I want to spend a couple days using you as my personal cock sleeve. Is like everybody who comes at me just confessing to like their own shit. Like I honestly don't understand why you would ever come at me knowing you had DMs like this. Don't let him live this down. Are you kidding? I'm an obsessed, hateful, spiteful, bitter freak that remembers every single slight against me, perjured by every person. I will never live this down. I will never forget this. This will be burned into my memory, and this guy will never be able to utter a fucking word in my presence without this being brought up. What an embarrassing, fat piece of shit. He's never living it down. He's never living it down. So we've got this this is what it's like, for example, right? Kathy's like sending my viewership compared to Parry's to get me to pull that up and be like, Parry low viewership. You always have to be careful about how cocky you're being when you think you have the up on literally anything, because it is going to age so poorly the second the chips are low for you, right? And what makes this so much sweeter is the fact that Gilded took every moment to gloat and revel in my downfall with DMs like this. That is what makes this so much worse, in my eyes at least. I don't know how that affects other people's perception. But I'm expecting Beckett to get on this and make fun of this. We got Gilded coming in with this. I logged back into Discord just to respond to this, and after this message, I'm gonna log off again. The damage is done. It's my fault. I panicked and thought a short-term lie. Wait, what was the lie? What was the lie? Was the lie that he wasn't seeing someone? Wait, what? So he's also, so known liar, bestiality sending. Oh my god, dude. Oh my, I'm like actually like, an autistic, this is autistic euphoria, dude. I want to start flapping my fucking hands. Okay? This is autistic euphoria. Holy shit. Dude. 32, dude, 30 is lowballing it. 30 is lowballing it. Dude, because now I'm gonna have to go back and fucking edit my... Dude, I'm serious. Raven's actually just, like, permaban. This is, like, actually, like, so fucking annoying. I'm gonna have to go back and edit the VOD and shit. It's just fucking pain in my ass. Anyways. Furthermore, you also cannot say this when you admitted to Gallagher that you lied to me. You tried to trap me, or whatever the fuck the word for it is, by claiming you were in some weight loss program and that you were losing X amount of weight. Blah, blah. Type in chat, people. Type something in chat. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. That you lied to me, you tried to trap me, or whatever the fuck wait, hold on. Fuck! I was zoned out. Okay. I'm not mad at you for telling her, but at the same time, stop pretending there was any virtue behind it. You cannot seriously claim that keeping a secret temporarily was eating at you when you not only told Gallagher to keep the stupid recording of Fox Azure secret. He cannot find it. It's unlisted. Furthermore, you also cannot say this when you admitted to Gallagher that you lied to me. You tried to trap me, or whatever the fuck the word for it is, by claiming you were in some weight loss program and you were losing X amount of weight, blah, blah. Completely misrepresenting who you are. Wait, is the claim that this person led him into a relationship under false pretenses because they, or into a sexting exchange under false pretenses because they said they were losing weight and they weren't? Is that actually the cope? How can, were they not sending you like photos of themselves? How do you get owned by that? How do you get duped by that? Were you not video calling? Like, did you fall in love with their profile picture? I mean, I know it's an animal and you've got he has an interesting history with media depicting animals, but how does that work? Apparently, he's a victim here because the person he was sexting was really fucking fat and lied that they were like going to fat camp. Tempest is in chat. Tempest, do you want to call in? Tempest, do you want to call in? Yo, thank you so much for the 2. Let it go, NZ, a pile of poop with a face. Wait, give me 1 sec. Sure, I only want to okay, yeah, call in. Join Collins in my, server? Hold on. Join Collins. I'll bring you in. Sorry. Okay. Wait, were you just in there? Oh, yeah, links in the description. Just join my server. It's a VC. It says call-ins. You click that, you join it. And I'll just drag you in. But what is this? This is not what I mean when I say clip me. Have been your call-in permissions have been for he's black. Dude, dude, he cut. This is out of context. That is not. That is not why I removed his perms. This is cut out of context. This is vile. This is not why I removed. Okay. How's it going? Hello? Seems like your mic. Oh, there you go.
Is it working now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up?
Okay. I do apologize.
Yeah, no worries. So set the.
Nothing.
Well, first of all, I guess I'd ask. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
I don't really do anything. I draw. That's basically it. I don't do any ACC shit.
Fair enough.
I just.
So that's
more
the
of a
community you
spectator
kind of
of the whole
watch
thing.
and interact with a little bit on Discord.
Yes.
Okay, fair. Do you identify as female, right? Just so we're.
I am a female. Yes, I'm not trans.
Okay, just checking. You know.
Mhm.
Anyways, okay. So you and GildedPoo, how did the two of you know each other?
I've known him for shit, my mic. Oh, there we go. I've known him for I guess a year or two. Since August of 2025.
Known since August 2025. Got it. And
Mhm.
would you say
I was not a fan of him. I did not agree with his content at first, but after hanging around with him, I guess I grew accustomed and I guess enjoyed his company later on.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little surprised to see the two of you interacting cordially because I know you're somebody that isn't like a edgelord or whatever. You're not too big on the edgy jokes, that kind of stuff, right?
I wasn't, but nowadays I guess I'm more edgy than usual. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when did the two of you start, I guess, becoming romantic or talking sexually?
Um, around November 23rd, when I first joined his server, is when we were, flirting and sexting.
And just to clarify, how old are you at that point?
I was 21. I still am 21.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, cool.
Mhm.
All right. So did he approach you or did you approach him?
He came into my DMs first, asking if I hated him because I guess he mistook my friendly banter for serious insults. Anyway,
Got it. So it was like a do you hate? Yeah, okay. So like a do you hate me kind of thing, and then within that same conversation where he's asking if you hate him, is that where it started to become more intimate?
yes, I'd rather not get into the nitty gritties.
Yeah, just yeah, that's okay. Just talk about what you're comfortable with. If I overstep or anything, just let me know, and I will not do that. Okay.
Mhm.
So, all right. So the two of you, it's November. He enters your DMs asking if you hate him. At some point during that, the two of you start talking romantically or sexually. Now, if you don't mind me asking, were you were seeking maybe something a little more long term?
Possibly within the future, yes, but it was never a 100% probability.
Got it.
Mhm.
And at this point, you were of the understanding that he was in a relationship.
He was not in a relationship. He was seeing someone on the side, but they were not in a committed relationship. They weren't dating.
Okay, so
Actually.
at this point, but at that time, you didn't believe he was in a committed relationship.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Okay.
He told
There
me.
was no
Yeah,
expectations of exclusivity between either of you, right?
No, no, I always knew there was a possibility he may end up dating this woman, yes, but at the time he was single and he was just basically sexting with two women at the same time.
Got
And I
it.
guess one he had uh more chances with, I guess.
So when did things sort of sour between the two of you?
Recently.
Like how? Like in
I
last few
have a
days?
whole timeline. I can let me just look at my timeline real quick.
Yeah, by all means.
So we started, well, we never really started getting sour. We were always okay until the 13th. The 13th of this month, to be exact. That is when his when he started dating this woman. That's when she found out that we were sexting
Oh,
when he was also seeing her.
okay, okay, got it. So were you after he started dating her, you were still sexting one another,
No,
correct? No.
no, no.
Oh, so then what? So then why would this cause some tension?
I don't have the answer for that. Suppose she just she was more angry at him for lying or telling me to lie to her.
He told you to lie to
I'm
her.
sorry,
Can
I
you
took
tell
a
us
little
more
bit.
about that? Because a lot of us are very unfamiliar with the details here. Did he told you to lie to her in what
Yes.
way?
He told me to tell her that that we were not sexting and that it was only flirting between us. That's basically it.
Why would he need to do that if he wasn't dating her at the point the two of you were sexting?
Huh?
Why would he need to do that?
I'm sorry, I was getting another call. Can you please repeat that if that's okay?
Yeah, no worries. Why would he need to do that if the two of you were sexting before he was in a relationship with her?
Oh, because from what he told me, her mental health was not the best. And um he thought if she found out, she wouldn't have took it as well, you know?
Do you believe any of this?
I do, but that also might just be because I'm gullible, but
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So the two of you were sexting. He was not seeing someone, but he was interested in someone, another woman, or he's sexting two women at the same time. He's now getting into a
Mhm.
relationship with this other woman. The woman, the two of you, by his own statements, the two of you have ceased sexting by this point, and now he's coming to you asking you to say to this other woman that he is now in a relationship with that the two of you had never sexted because she is supposedly mentally ill and he doesn't want to
not mentally ill, just not in the right headspace at the
not in the
moment.
right headspace, and he thinks that the way to avoid making it worse would be to have you participate in lying to her, correct?
Yes.
And did you end up lying to her, or did you?
I did end up lying to her for a good while. I kept that lie to myself until um the 13th because he told me to lie to her um and on I'm sorry. Um he told me to lie to her on February 23rd, 2026.
Okay, and okay, I
And that's how long I kept it.
got it. Now you and the girl he's seeing, or was, I don't know if they've broken up as a result of this, the girl he's seeing, were friends, or so she's online, she
I
talks
can
online, right?
yes, I considered her a friend, yes.
Okay, got it. So this happens, and how does it really cause like some tension or a break between you and Gilded? Tell us the story.
He she Okay, I told her the truth after I sent her a video of a conversation between Fox and I that we had recently.
A com
And
Wait,
in that video, he mentioned that Vlad had my nudes. And
Fox
when watched,
Azor.
huh? Yes, Fox, sure.
Okay, so Vlad. Okay, so Vlad. Okay, so in that video, Fox knew that Vlad had your nudes.
Yes.
Okay, and he says that, and then she sees that Fox says that, and does she ask you why Fox would think that?
She didn't ask anything about Fox. She said, I thought you were just flirting with Vlad, and I offered to call her to tell the whole truth, which I did.
Which you did, and how did she react?
She said she was um not doing well after knowing this, and also that she was going to call Vlad herself to ask, which he then confirmed everything that I said was correct.
And did he reach out to you privately about this?
Afterwards, after everything had happened, yes, he left me a final letter.
A final letter. Did you ever publicize this?
I did, yes. Not publicized, but I sent it to DMs of people I thought I wanted to talk about and vent about my.
Are you okay with me
frustrations
showing
of the
this,
situation.
or not? It's okay if you're not.
It's already been leaked on Kiwi Farm. I mean, not Kiwi Farm. I mean, Lolcow Farms. So I could care less. It's already public.
Okay, do you mind sending that to me if you have it on hand?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Let's see.
Well, you look for it, I
I'm
guess.
sorry, give me a minute.
What do you want people to take away from all of this?
Everyone in the situation made a terrible mistake, and I can only hope we all learn from this. I don't wish any ill will towards anyone in this situation, nor Vlad or M1. I only wish them the best, and I wish it could have gone better. That's all.
Now, how do you feel? Okay. Wait, so is the image, hold on, is the image that I have pulled up right now on my stream, was that his message to you? That was his message to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. You don't need to call him, don't worry. You don't need to call me sir. Okay, so okay, cool. So, we've got that established. How do you feel about when he's saying someone was lying to him or catfishing him, saying they were losing weight? Is he referring to you?
Yes.
How do you feel about those accusations? Is that even true?
If they're not, they are true. And it is my own fault for doing that and, telling him a lie about my appearance. I will say he has every right to be angry at me for that.
How can you lie about your appearance if you're sending nudes to him? How can you lie about that?
They were never full body.
Understood. Okay. But you said, so did he ever see any photos of your full, so he never saw any photos of your full body?
No. No, he didn't. No.
And just proceeded, okay, and so, and you just told him you were losing weight, he trusts that without ever seeing your full body?
Yes.
Got it. Do you feel used?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't.
It's valid. All right. Well, I mean, I think that basically sums a lot of it up. I mean, there's not much more I can say. We now know that Vlad lied to the person that he was seeing and asked you to participate in this lie. And this is just really embarrassing, sad behavior on his end. On
my end as well. It's everyone. It's
yeah. Well, I would urge you to if, because it seems like what you're looking for is something more meaningful than when creepy old men are like, they're just trying to use you for sexual stuff, obviously. And I would not look to the internet for your future endeavors on that front, because this will just happen again. Go outside, go meet some people if you're looking for something more long term. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for calling in. Much appreciated, and best of luck to you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Well, that's that, I guess. This is incredibly embarrassing for Vlad. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words here. I'm at a loss for words. I, for one, I'm just appalled. I'm appalled that Vlad lied to this woman. Apparently they just got in a relationship too when the lie happened. Now that's not that. I don't know. That just doesn't sound right to me. This doesn't sound like a nice thing to do. To if you're looking for a relationship to go somewhere, to immediately establish and build it upon a foundation of lies so easily, so hastily, it makes it sound like this is just something he's very comfortable with doing. And if so, what else is he lying about? Very, very, very interesting. I mean, this guy's doxing people's wives, including their Facebook, in his videos on his enemies. He is defending indefensible behavior from LioConvoy and sweeping to such a great extent for the man that he literally got into arguing, if it's not my kid, it's not my problem, in the context of Lio arguing for and supposedly misspeak admitting to having a minor film CSAM of themselves. And now he's going for random fat E-women on Discord, talking about using them as his cum sleeve while he has 2 kids, and his family aged. He's busy doing shit like this. So, I mean, what a pathetic fat sack of lard this man is, you know? And it wouldn't feel so good to talk about it had this man not been so quick to revel in my downfall. Truly pathetic stuff. I'm expecting Beckett. These guys, they're just laughing at the lolcows. That's what these types are. It's like, this internet morality is gay. We're just laughing at the lolcows. Everything's funny. I'm just laughing, guys. Laugh at this. Cope and seethe, I want you to laugh at this. Tonight, on stream. Laugh. Laugh. Because I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Laugh with me, Beckett. Laugh with me. And before, this is non-10. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. That every chatters are more guilty of this than streamers. I don't care. I can't care about any of this. I don't care about any of it, as if we like asked what they do and don't care about. When people do shit like that, they're sweeping for someone. I can't be asked to care about. If you need to really emphasize, unprompted, how little you care, there is somebody you were trying to downplay this for. Yes, doxing people's wives is a problem, and considering that GildedPoo did actually dox LioConvoy's wife, as in when she was an unknown figure and hadn't even, I think at this point, nobody had even, like, linked her to Lio yet, publicly so. Gilded had, years ago, in a video on Lio, actually just showed photos of her that he obtained through her Facebook. And that is wrong. You should not dox people's wives. Anyways. I just want to quickly, before we move on. You know what? I think there's someone we need to call. There's someone we need to call, alright? There's someone we need to call. Let's see if he'll pick up. What time is it across the pond? What time is it for my, what time is it for the UK crowd? It's a Saturday night. It's only 11:26 p.m. on a Saturday night. I guess you could be out, like, with friends. So, I don't know. But he's not picking up, so. Anyways. While we're here, I just, real quick. Almost midnight for us. Yeah. Dude, midnight is like my morning. Well, it is the morning, but it's like, we need clippers, by the way. We need clippers. I've just thought about essentially making my own clip account, and then anyone who watches the streams can just like send me a timestamp of something they found funny, posting it to the account. Maybe that's the idea. Hold on. But while we're here, I just wanted to... Has Lio talked about this at all? Dude, and this is his last tweet? I'm just gonna choose to blindly believe this. In regards to the Parry leaks, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff indeed. Wait, I just want to scroll here real quick. Not everyone is like you. What are you talking about? Everyone is, I'm literally the main character. Did he wipe it? No, he didn't wipe his Twitter. Hold on. Hold on. Who's here, by the way? Let's get our roster. Let's get our chatter roster. Who do we got in house tonight? I see Will is me. I see Toki. I see Azuka. I see Nightbot. Yo, Nightbot. I see Pi. We got the whole gang in house tonight, man. So good. All right. Me trying to figure out what Aiden is doing this the past week. This was during the London controversy, dude. During the controversy. Poking fun at me allegedly asking somebody for dating tips about their ex. Which I, unfortunately, in turn, Ace Howler really forced my hand. And I gotta give Ace credit. Okay? Because there's two types of people in this world. There are people who understand that they came at you, and when you clap back, even if it's not good for them, in all fairness, they'll say, you know what? Fair enough. I took the first blow. Right? Fair enough. There are other people that will take shots and then somehow manage to make themselves the victim when there's a response. Now, I leaked, in response to Ace leaking this, I leaked something that I was told by Goat Kata, that apparently while her and Ace were together in a committed relationship, he got insecure because she was calling me like 80 and stuff, which is just, I guess, what a lot of people call me, but he thought that there was something more to that. And listen, if I were Ace, I'd be mad at me, but he knew that he took the first shot, and I was told by my guys that in private, he said, you know what, it's fair. It's fair that he leaked that. So you know what? Respect. Respect, my friend. You threw your shit, you got shit back, and you took it, okay? That's all you need to do. It's that simple. Respect. Can you not shout me out? I don't want people to know that I'm here. Okay. Dude, really lamenting. You're raped, bro? I'm raped! Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Me admitting I have feelings for someone. Meanwhile, you're talking about using Tempest as your fucking cum sleeve in DMs. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Stop ignoring Rita? I'm not. Look at how much I download. It's a lot of downloads. Really, took a lot of shit. He was still going when everyone else had finished. Oh, that's a keeper. This is a keeper. This right here, this is a keeper. Guess what, Gilded? Guess what, Gilded? That day, it has come. Do not use it as a sleeve. It has come, brother. It is here. It has arrived. Are you still waiting? Are you still waiting? Are you still waiting? Still wait. Wait for me, buddy. Just sit there and just keep waiting. Keep waiting. Oh my, dude. Dude. Put a stop to this. This guy's gonna do. Oh my god, he's asking for it. He's just asking for it. It's like he just wants to reignite the spark. He just wants me to start A-logging him again. It's like he's practically begging for it. He's begging for it. And I, using my greater judgment, I'm doing my hardest to fucking resist. But oh my god, your top guy, you are getting them into how many people, you know what? I'm messaging Tempest. Do not, and I cannot emphasize this enough, do not get into a call with him you're not recording. Do not get into a call with him you're not recording. Not so I can I'm not going to cover it if there's nothing interesting, but I don't know what the fuck this guy's going to try to pull. Do not get into that call if you are not recording. I don't know how many times I need to say that. I'm going to message it to Tempest. He's going to try to browbeat you, get you into a call and fucking yell at you because he's a total pussy that has never fought a fair fight in his life. And he knows that, and that's why I got under his skin so much. He's going to maybe threaten you. So let's be clear here. It's an accountability call. That's what he's going to try to do. Yeah. Don't join a call that let me come and act as your counsel. No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting involved personally, but do not get in that call if you're not recording. I cannot say that enough. Anyways, that should be the conclusion of our ACC coverage for today. Oh, so you're this now. You're an ACC YouTuber again. Yeah, I just cover what I cover, man. I cover everything. There's stuff to cover. I'm gonna cover it, and that's what I'm covering right now. Oh my god! Finally, bro. You're acting like I've just like changed something about the stream has substantively changed. It's like if you add the ACC label to something, you just like immediately have like a complete negative visceral reaction to the idea that anyone would cover it. It has changed. What's changed? What has changed for you? All right, let me we got some tips, so let me go through those real quick. Yo! Thank you so much, Puddle, with the 5. Ask her if it is... Okay, I'm not reading that. Thank you, Puddle, for the 5. If you too want to support the streams, as always, you can help us out by liking, tipping, subbing, all that good stuff. The vibe shift of the stream. Dude, it's like when you're watching to see if Walter or Heisenberg is speaking. Is it Aiden or the ACC lolcow? Sucks to suck, though. Gilded, sucks to suck. Gilded got catfished by some morbidly obese ACC chatter, and he's like a fucking like. He's not. I know he's not married. He's not married. He's But he's. Can we get comments on this from Gilded's baby mamas? Thanks. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be covering the AfroMan stuff. Before we do, I gotta go make a coffee. Give this a chance. I think this is I've been following this. This might surprise you. I've been following this for a while. I know the general premise. I think that this is a hilarious story. Very funny stuff. And we're gonna get to it, but I just gotta make a call up real quick. Jimmy says he's going to bed. It is 4:30. What the fuck are you doing with your life that is causing you to go to bed at 4:30? You do nothing. You're bored? We haven't even started the fucking segment yet. While we do, I guess let me set the scene for you guys, and then I'll go make my coffee while it plays. Okay. So AfroMan, don't mind the bruise on my forehead. So AfroMan is a musician that got big in the 90s or early 2000s with a sort of parody, or it wasn't a parody, sort of a joking song, Because I Got High. And in this song, he talks about all the things that happened as it gets progressively more ridiculous because he got high, right? Now, he was doing YouTube after that. He had some fans, you know, whatever, right? Then, for whatever reason, which I guess we're going to go into, in Adams County, Ohio, police officers obtained a search warrant for narcotics and kidnapping victims and searched his home. Now, AfroMan has cameras all over his house and filmed the raid. He filmed the raid and, he filmed the raid and made it into a song, which he then uploaded to YouTube. So, why did I inject Botox? I did not inject Botox, bro. So, anyways, while we're here, I'm gonna go make a coffee real quick. I'll show you the song in the music video that is at the center of this entire controversy. Okay? This is all the drama you're about to hear about was caused by this. The song is called Will You Help Me Repair My Door? And bear in mind as you watch this, in your opinion, is there anything worthy of a lawsuit that he says or does in the course of this video? Please keep that in mind. I'll be right back.
Will you help me repair my door? Did you find what you was looking for? Will you help me repair my gate and door? Would you like a slice of lemon pound cake? You can take as much as you wanna take. There must be a big mistake. Would you like to have a slice of my lemon pound cake? The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping. The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping. Are you kidding? I make my money rapping. Why does the warrant say narcotics? Well, I know narcotics, but why kidnapping? Let me ask you something, officer. Any kidnapping victims inside my suit pockets? Are there any kidnapping victims inside my suit pockets? You crooked cops need to stop it. There are no kidnapping victims in my suit pockets. Let me ask you another question. Is there 1,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets? Is there 1,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets? You crooked cops need to stop it. There's not 1,000,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets. Let me ask you something else. Any kidnapping victims inside my CDs? Any kidnapping victims inside my CDs? The Adams County Sheriff Department, you can get these. There are no kidnapping victims in my CDs. How many pounds of weed are inside my CDs? How many pounds of weed are inside my CDs? Adams County Sheriff, you can get these. How many pounds of weed did you find in my CDs? Why are you stealing my money? Why are you stealing my money? You represent the law and it's funny. You're stealing my legal work hard every day. Pay taxes, money.
You get the gist. I got my coffee. But this song, the officers in question did not know they were being recorded. This was on AfroMan's private domicile. And we have a docket that's going to break down this lawsuit for us that essentially, credit to Bobby B. Wait, I need access to view. Is he on? Fuck, dude. Wait, is Bobby awake? Hold on. I'm gonna try to call him. Dude, I'm locked out of the docket. No shot. Dude. Are we serious? Bobby, where are you? Oh, wait. Calling him made him go online. Got it. Wait, I probably shouldn't be showing this. You're gonna dox yourself? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Anyways, breaking the lawsuit down for us. So okay, got it. So this song was over a police raid that happened in 2022. As a result of this, and also, his wife and kids were apparently home. He was not when all of this actually went down. Now, the United States has some of the most lax laws in regards to who you're allowed and what you're allowed to record. I know privacy laws differ by country, right? But some of those exceptions occur in private domiciles or private temporary residences like hotel rooms and stuff, I think, under the notion that there is a reasonable expectation of privacy. Now, when you're a police officer acting in official badge and uniform, in official duty, you know you have a body cam that's always rolling, that can be requested by the public, or should always be rolling, that can be requested by the public. You know that you're acting as part of your career in official police capacity and are open to the viewing and scrutiny of the public by virtue of the position of power that you voluntarily decided to enter, and that does not change just because you're on someone else's private domicile. They are allowed to record you or monitor you in any way they see fit, right? Now, let's take a look at the law. We have a video breaking down, though. At least that's how I thought it works. Apparently not, because he's being sued, or was being sued. Apparently there's a video that sort of gives us a brief explanation as to the nature of the lawsuit itself. Let's take a look at this. Made by I'm Not a Lawyer, but...
Let me tell y'all about the craziest case that's going to court this week. So imagine police raiding your house on suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping. And while doing so, they damage your gate, break your door, seize over $5,000 in cash, and now they're suing you because you used surveillance video of the raid to make some music videos and sell some merch. Well, this is AfroMan. He used to sing that song, because I got him. Well, he is currently being sued by 7 police officers because back in August of 2022, they raided his house on suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping.
He's a public figure. You're participating in a raid on the house of a public figure. I just don't understand why you as an officer would ever be under the expectation that you're going to be, any of this is going to be private. Like, any of this shit, like, this is obviously extenuating circumstance because you've been filmed and it's been turned into a parody, right? But you kind of assume this risk by virtue of taking the job. Like, yeah, you have powers that civilians don't have. You get immunity, you get qualified immunity, you get the ability to put your hands on other people, use force on other people to get them to comply, and by virtue of having non-civilian levels of authority, you're gonna like sacrifice some of the expectations or decency that may otherwise be afforded to civilians in the assumption of this additional power. I don't understand why, like, if one of the officers came out and said, I didn't know, like, I was told that people were in danger, and that there was a warrant for us to go into a house because someone was allegedly kidnapped, and I was just doing my job. I didn't know the details behind it, etc. You could use the I was just following orders defense, and like, yeah, nobody's really gonna buy that, but simultaneously, that does, like, in terms of how they're gonna view you as a person, that's probably the best thing you can say in that scenario, because it would be true. You could be like, I think the video's funny as fuck. I have no beef with AfroMan. I was just doing my job. I think his video is funny or whatever, and play it off. And nobody's probably really going to be focusing on you as an officer, right? You're bringing more attention to this video, more attention to AfroMan, more attention to his disses on you by trying to actually litigate this in a court of law.
Kidnapping. Now, AfroMan wasn't at home when the raid happened, but
thank you so much for the 10. Will is me.
His wife was, and she, plus his home security system, captured the entire raid. And when it was all said and done, the officers found no evidence of drug trafficking or kidnapping. Now, after the raid, AfroMan, being the musician he is, decided to use video of the raid to make some music. That music resulted in
that is the best $5,000 he ever lost, by the way, because he is going, the publicity he's getting, the money he's going to make off the videos, he rightfully so. He won. He completely won. Not just in court, he socially, but in terms of like his career. This is like a total like revitalization of his career.
3 different music videos, tons of social media posts, and
because I mean, it would be accurate to say AfroMan was at one point, he was just a one-hit wonder, right? He had like a funny song. But outside of that one song, nobody really knew too much about him or what he was doing. I'm sure he had some dedicated fans. But this is kind of bringing him beyond that status.
Some merch. And because the videos featured
in 2 different generations, too. In 2 different generations.
Of these officers, they sued him, claiming he used their likeness without permission, invaded their privacy, and defamed them. Now, the 3 music videos AfroMan made were Why You Disconnecting My Video Camera, which was released about 2 months after the raid, and it features the officers allegedly trying to disconnect his video cameras. Then there's Will You Help Repair My Door, which was released 2 months later.
Okay, Will You Help Repair My Door came after Why Are You trying trying to unplug my video, my security camera.
In this song, AfroMan sings, "Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? Did you find what you were looking for? Will you help me repair my gate and my door?" And then there's Lemon Pound Cake, which currently has 3 million.
Wait, I think I played the wrong. Okay, so these were actually 3 different songs. Okay, got it. Yeah, he shows like an officer like looking at the cake, some like fat officer. No, he expertly turned this into like a series of parodies, and I've known about this since when were these videos? The raid was in 2022. I've known about him and this raid ever since then.
Views on YouTube, and it was also released in December of 2022. And in this song, AfroMan is singing about one of the officers wanting to eat a lemon pound cake that was in his kitchen that AfroMan's mom made for him. Now fast forward to March of 2023. That's when the officers filed a civil lawsuit against AfroMan, highlighting that in addition to the music videos, AfroMan also posted dozens of clips and pictures on his Facebook, his YouTube, his Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. And some of the posts, which are still up, include pictures of fans wearing shirts of one of the officers standing next to Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
I like her. I like her better than her channel is not a lawyer, and honestly, it's better because she's not like just like sitting here like I'm an expert with her like interpretation of the law that some other lawyers saying something completely different. I mean, that's how the law works, right? But she's just breaking it down as it happened, very direct. Sub to her. This is good.
There's also video posts of fans singing the lyrics to Lemon Pound Cake while wearing the shirts. And the officers also highlight an interview that AfroMan did with Vlad TV, where he talked about the officer wanting to eat his mom's pound cake.
At the same time, everybody understood what I was talking about when I said lemon pound cake. That's the cop on the viral video on TikTok that was going through the house and he wanted to get a slice of that lemon pound cake.
There's a Vlad TV interview for everything, ain't it? So when the officers originally filed the lawsuit, they had 6 causes of action. But 2 of those causes, including the unauthorized use of their likeness claim, was dismissed by the judge. So that means they are now only suing AfroMan on 4 grounds instead of the 6.
Okay, got it. So some of this didn't even properly make it to trial. It just got thrown out by the judge.
But 2 of those causes, including the unauthorized use of their likeness claim, was dismissed by the judge. So that means
because a lot of this is just constitutionally protected.
Only suing AfroMan on 4 grounds instead of the 6, and those are invasion of privacy, false light publicity, which in layman's terms means the officers are saying AfroMan used the footage to portray them in a misleading or humiliating way. He knew it was misleading and humiliating and still chose to spread the images to millions of people online, which has caused them ridicule, embarrassment, mental distress, and danger. The next claim is another privacy claim, and it's called unreasonable publicity given to private lives. And this one has to do with some of the posts that AfroMan made alluding to the sexual orientation of one of the officers.
Yeah, because in the courts, they do make a distinction between private and public figures. And I know that like claims in regards to defamation, etc., sort of kind of go, there's like less, you have a harder time proving defamation against yourself if you're a public figure versus if you're considered a private figure. I think that when police officers are acting in uniform, I think they should be treated as public figures. They're acting as a part of this broader, very public entity that should be being constantly monitored and audited by civilians, right? Because they do have these excess powers.
The post referenced the female officer and said her voice was 3 octaves lower than AfroMan's. And then the post asked if anyone had verified the woman had a woman's part. And then in another post, AfroMan...
So in addition to his like 3 parody songs, he's like transvestigating one of the female police officers. Got it.
Allegedly referenced family members of some of the officers and said that some of them had criminal records. And so again, the officers are arguing that none of this information concerned the public, and yet
Now, this is the only part I think where he kind of lost me on. I don't think that it would be necessary to start bringing in the family members of the officers into this. I think the officers, they signed up for this. They knew what they were doing and what came with that. And as a result, I think that they have absolutely like no, at least socially, they have no claims of victimhood here. But I did hear that AfroMan was like posting photos and bringing publicity to their families as a result, and I think that is like, yeah, you lose me a little there, because it's like they don't really have a say necessarily in what their spouse or father, etc., is going and doing. So maybe then, like, you, but I'd maybe take that more seriously if it was coming from the family members themselves, and the claim wasn't being litigated, and the plaintiff wasn't like the actual officer. Because from the officer's end of things, yeah, like the stuff you decide to do publicly will bring embarrassment to your family. And your own actions did kind of bring this on them. Simultaneously, I think, despite them having a claim to potential victimhood here, I don't think that the officer really does.
Man made it public, and any reasonable person would be offended by someone making this.
Also, despite knowing about this in the AfroMan parodies, I didn't even know that he at first was like talking about the officers' families. So by them trying to handle this in court, they've brought more attention to their own family members as a result of that, by also making it a component of their claims used to sue him.
Information public. And then the next claim is for defamation, and this one focuses on statements AfroMan made in either posts or videos or other places. Specifically, he said the officers stole money from him, because apparently of the $5,000 that was seized from his house, 400 of it was
There's some loophole or technicality. Anyone who knows the name for it can help me out here. But it allows police officers to seize excess quantities of cash for like investigative reasons, or I don't remember exactly what loophole it is. I don't know if I'm thinking of the same thing here, because I know that if you're in transit with a large amount of cash, there was this guy, he got pulled over by highway patrol, and they seized the money despite having no probable cause or suspicion of wrongdoing. They seized his money and ended up keeping it, and that was, for whatever reason, deemed to be legal. So I don't know if that's the same like loophole that's being utilized here, but for whatever reason, they just do have the power to seize your cash.
Returned. He also said that the officers wanted to kill him, and that one of the officers used to do hard drugs and steal money from traffic stops and raids. And then the final claim is actually a request that the judge stop AfroMan from posting them, because again, they are saying that all of this has damaged their reputation and embarrassed them. Now, after the lawsuit was filed, AfroMan did try to countersue them, but because they were operating in their official capacity as law enforcement officers, they are basically protected from being
qualified immunity. Don't we love it, guys? Qualified immunity. Don't we love it?
Being able to be sued. So AfroMan's lawsuit was dismissed. Okay, and then the last thing to know about this crazy case is that the officers recently filed...
See, the qualified immunity shit is the other thing that gives, like, good cops or cops that do the best they can under the bounds of their job requirements and the law, that gives them, like, a bad rep. And then it's also the police unions, okay? Listen, I'm a big union guy, man. I love my unions. When it comes to cops, like, the unions just, like, exist and serve a purpose to, like, protect the worst type of cops from consequences, and they come in and, like, help the officers here that are involved. It's, like, completely... I don't know, dude. I don't know. There's just something about police that makes you fucking hate them. And it pains me to say that, because I have seen examples in my life, and it's probably because I'm not black, but I have seen examples in my life of cops that were legitimately good people, that showed or portrayed, like, legitimate professionalism and kindness. So I hate to make, blanket statements to meaning everybody working for, but, like, yeah, I mean, it is shit like this that makes people hate all cops.
A motion asking the judge to exclude AfroMan's music videos and the videos from the rape.
You know what really, okay, the thing is, when I grew up, you had your, this is obviously, like, a bit of a pivot, but in terms of, like, the, all cops are bad movement, etc., what really made me take the black pill on cops, because growing up, I remember the riots in Ferguson. I remember when Michael Brown died. And I was just told by the adults around me that Michael Brown was, like, a criminal that deserved it, and the cop was acting in his reason. So I didn't question it. There was no footage of Michael Brown dying, so I just took the words of the adults and everything. Then I think his name was Walter Scott, if I remember correctly, in South Carolina. That was the first video that was like, holy shit, these guys are like out of their fucking... Basically, Walter Scott had been pulled over for a traffic stop in South Carolina, and he had run from the stop. At which point, as he's running, his back face to the officer pulls out his pistol and just casually, like it's fucking nothing, shoots and kills this guy. Now, he didn't realize that there was a civilian filming on the side, which ended up getting him charged with murder, right? And then I remember, dude, like, you're thinking to yourself, he was doing this so confident. What made him this confident? Like, to what scrutiny? Like, I mean, to just have the total lack of self. If you're somebody that, even if you're a psychopath, you value self-preservation, there was no reason to shoot this guy for what you'd be risking, right? And the reason he went and did that anyway is probably because he knew, not accounting for the person that was recording, that there was not going to be a whole lot of scrutiny or consequences towards him because he's a cop, he'd be protected by his union, etc. And then I remember Daniel Shaver. That video still horrifies me to this day. And that officer actually was allowed to receive his pension, never charged with murder. You then had Terrence Brown and Felipe Santos, a crazy one. This one's really fucking followed me, dude. And this guy was allowed to still be a cop and retire and also get his pension. He had picked up this guy called, I think Terrence Williams. He was a black guy in Florida. He picked him up. Nobody ever saw Terrence again. Terrence just disappears completely. Nobody ever saw him again. Officer was the last guy to see him. They asked the officer what happened to Terrence. He says, I dropped him off by a gas station. Nobody ever saw him drop him off. Then that same officer picks up this Hispanic guy called Felipe Santos. What do you know? Nobody ever sees Felipe ever again. Nobody ever sees him again. What does the officer say? The same thing. He dropped him off. Nobody saw it. So you've got two guys picked up by him that vanished. This officer was allowed to continue serving, retire with his pet, no charges, anything. So the shit historically, these guys with exceptional amounts of power granted to them have been allowed to do and get away with, and the cockiness that has resulted from that has been absurd. And as an officer, that cockiness is kind of like displayed when you think you should be offered any sort of protections from being parodied by an individual whose house, one of the most private aspects of people's lives, their house, an extension of them, you forcefully entered it, albeit within your legal rights to do so. You forcibly entered it, went through their shit, etc. And you think you're somehow protected from like being parodied or public scrutiny as a result of that. It's just like absurd.
Because they're saying those are irrelevant and could confuse the jury, which is so confusing because didn't this whole thing start from the raid and the music videos? Well, it seems like the officers are trying to focus their lawsuit on the social media posts versus everything else. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know about that one, but either way, the judge is going to have to decide if the music videos and the surveillance videos can come into the trial. So we will see how that goes.
This is what she's doing here is good. We need someone that just summarizes what's being claimed in a case and isn't necessarily giving their own legal interpretation. But she was very, I like it. She was good.
The trial starts this upcoming week, and it'll be interesting to see if the jury sides with AfroMan that this is all protected free speech and artistic expression, or if the jury decides AfroMan crossed the line and this is really defamation and a violation of privacy laws.
Sub to her. I'm not a lawyer, but sub to her. Okay. So that's that, right? We know what the officers were suing for. We know why this lawsuit's occurring. How did it go? It played out this week. How did it go? Well, by the way, good job so far. Good job on the docket, Bobby. So he used this raid in his music videos. Then this continues, I guess, as they're going up to the trial. I think this was after the trial. What date was the trial hold on. When did the lawsuit begin?
Claiming he used their likeness without permission, invaded, and
okay, here it is.
Oh, they damage your gate, break your door, seize over $5,000 in cash, and now they're suing you because you use surveillance.
What date did they file this with the court? What date did they file this
video
with the court?
of the raid to make some music videos and sell some merch?
Wait.
Well, this is AfroMan.
Adams County Sheriff Department versus AfroMan. So the civil suit was filed in 2023. Okay, so after the civil suit is filed, I guess he just doubles down and continues making music videos. And this is where he's alleged to have doxed the officers. So we're going to spread the dox. I haven't seen this one yet. Apparently this one, when is this from? 6 days ago. Was this before the decision had been rendered? Okay, so the jury releases their decision on the 19th. This video came... So while he's in court and being sued, he's releasing videos like this.
Mine eyes seen the corruption of the Adam County cops, stealing money, stealing cake.
It's a ballsy move. It's a ballsy move.
When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you. Play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. AfroMan will bring it to ya.
The levels of just like, it's great. The levels of petty, but like, no, I mean, he has a right to get petty. He has a right to get petty, but it is nice to see. It is nice to see the tables turn here.
AfroMan is gonna do ya. Proofs on the internet.
The lawyer definitely approved it because one of the videos is filmed in his office. The lawyer probably knew this would help him PR-wise. Like, lawyers kind of double as PR agents sometimes, right? I mean, this...
Floor, my camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is up.
Okay.
Downtown.
What the fuck? Okay, dude. So while he's... Okay, so Lisa Phillips, one of the officers that's suing him, while she is suing him, days before the jury is rendering its verdict, 5 days before, he is releasing videos where it depicts her giving him a head, Dad.
Take my mama's lemon pound cake. My proofs on the internet. AfroMan will bring it to ya. AfroMan is gonna do ya. AfroMan is gonna screw ya. My proofs on the internet. They vandalized my property. My money came up short. They
You should have did this, Aiden.
disconnect my
Well, the police have not raided my... I've had one bad encounter with police.
cameras because they are a poor sport. They're the predators and the victim.
I should have done... Dude, honestly... I don't know if... Do they still have the body cam footage? Can I still... It was years ago. Dude, I should... Dude, just to fucking show you... Oh my god, dude. It was like... Dude, Officer Fat Ass was like, what school do you go to? So where do you go to school? Where do you go to school? Where do you go to school? And then I keep giving him the same answer consistently. And it's like, but you said before you went to MIT. I never went to MIT. I never claimed that I went to MIT. I don't know why I need to impress some fat ass officer. I'm claiming I go to fucking MIT, risking like my arrest.
And they're suing me in court. My proofs on the internet. AfroMan will bring it to ya. AfroMan is gonna do ya.
So in includes the depositions in these videos.
Brian Newland is a flag. William is a pedophile.
What?
If I'm
Who's William?
telling folks the truth, how come I have to go to trial? Newland sexting kids, that's true. Now he's
What? Wait, what?
stealing my money too. My proofs on the internet.
This is so awesome. This is actually so cool.
AfroMan will bring it to ya. AfroMan is gonna do ya. AfroMan is gonna screw ya. My proofs on the internet. Tasha Chamblin is a confidential informant. Roy Gabbard is the judge that signs fictitious warrant. This whole
Dude, he
situation
starts listing the addresses of everybody in witness protection.
is totally their fault. Don't rape me, don't get videoed and caught. AfroMan will bring it to ya. AfroMan is gonna do.
I mean, the question for me is, like, do you have the right how many officers were involved? Because he's picking some out, and I assume the ones he's going the hardest at are the ones that are actually suing him. But it's like, can you refuse a raid as an officer? Like, there are people who just, like, would have been asked to do this as a part of their, like, working capacity, and it's like, okay, maybe there might be some sympathies there. Not from AfroMan doesn't have to express any sympathies towards these people, but that kind of goes away for the people that are now, like, actually, like, voluntarily deciding to participate in a lawsuit against them.
Ya. AfroMan is gonna screw ya. My proofs on Ellie turned internet. Prosecutor David Kelly turned to jelly when they fell. Coward ran to Arizona so he wouldn't catch the hell. Kimmy tried to dodge us. Rogers tried to retire and dip like a rat leaving a sinking ship.
Dude, he's making AI edits.
AfroMan will bring it to ya. AfroMan is all you crooked cops in the world that's doing wrong. You better stop, you crooked cop, before I put you in a song. Make your family and your friends.
Dude, stop that. And that's one of the officer's brothers. So based.
Laugh out loud and sing along.
Is this the family member that he brought into this? Because it's like, okay, at that point, I don't care. Yeah, go make fun of that all you fucking want.
My proofs on the internet.
So it's ballsy. He's doing this 5 days before the verdict also went in his favor. I mean, when the judge threw out some of the claims, he probably had a expectation of how this might go. But yeah, I mean, it's ballsy, and I think obviously this is like a unilateral victory for the guy. As this continued, he proceeded to make more videos before the trial had concluded. Like, Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Yeah, we'll just play that. I don't like sitting through music on stream, but apparently this is essential to this entire story. What is this from? So that's a cop car. Okay. Hitting a civilian.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch.
Thank you for the 5, Patrick. Aiden, you should make a song like that. That would be so cringe. On GildedPoo, Lio, Goat, Parry, Soul, basically everyone that you hate. Yeah, dude. That's a great idea. Yeah, why don't I'm also gonna make a song on my fucking 6th grade math teacher while I'm at it. Oh my god, I hate that guy. You ever just, like, have, like, generational beef with somebody? Like, generational, like, hatred and beef. That's how I feel about my 6th grade math teacher. Like, wherever he is out there, I hope he's not out there. I hope he's in the fucking ground. But if he's still out there, I hope his life sucks.
That's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich.
Damn, bro!
Yeah.
Look, bring his wife into it, you know, as I said before, if the family members aren't public figures, it's not necessarily like they have a say over what their spouse is or isn't doing. I guess you could say because she voluntarily is in a relationship with them and not getting divorced as a result of this, she signed herself up for it potentially, but on principle, I think we shouldn't bring people's wives into these things. But that's like probably the only criticism I have of AfroMan. Make no mistake, I think the police are unilaterally in the wrong. He is correct. He is winning. I'm just attempting to be fair and balanced in the course of my coverage here. Can I sing? I can sing in the shower.
Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. Fix my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. Fix my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. Fix my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video.
It's an okay song. Would I listen to any of this music in my free time? No. But with the context, it makes it good. The context makes it good, man.
Pressing charges, let me know. If there's no kidnap victims, let me go. Stop.
What was the basis for them to believe, if there was any, that he had kidnapping victims in his house? Well, who do they believe he did? Unless somebody had unless AfroMan made an enemy and somebody had called the police and report, who did they believe had been kidnapped?
Cutting off my video.
Because I think what's more concerning here is, or what really needs to be scrutinized, what basis did he should be going after whoever granted the warrant as well. Informant gave oh, got it. So the informant that he was talking about in the previous video, was that the person that had given this info to the cops? Testimony from a confidential informant. Got it. Yeah, it's at that point, in regards to the guilt of individual officers who were just there serving the warrant, much of my main criticism would go for whoever went with the informant's info, granted it, etc. What premise they had, because I think officers should be allowed to go into your house if you've kidnapped somebody. Don't get me wrong, okay? Yes, we should be allowed to go inside people's, I'm not a cop, but to free kidnapped people, sure. The problem here is that it doesn't seem like there was much basis to that claim, and also there were flagrant excesses in the course of serving this warrant, which is invasive in and of itself, and was unnecessarily even more invasive than just what the standard procedure would require. And then you actually have police officers that, instead of being remorseful that they went and served and they got it wrong, and having some remorse and shame over this, they are actually attempting to take action over the person they were involved wronging, over his creative use of content obtained in the course of them serving that warrant on his house.
Listening to that unconfidential.
But why? Yeah, so one person can make a claim and the cops can bust down your door. What? Who is
listening to that unconfidential ho? Crooked Popo. Randy Walters is the son of a bitch.
Got it. So so apparently he did go after the person that granted the warrant. He did go after them. They just didn't sue. Got it. So correct me if I'm wrong here. His scrutiny for the players involved is much more for the officers that are actually suing him versus people who were involved in this warrant that, or side players in this warrant who are not suing him. Understandably so. So what the officers are attempting to mitigate in the course that they're making it worse. They're exacerbating anything that they'd hope. It's like the Streisand effect. But like they're exacerbating anything that they would hope to stop or prevent or mitigate by participating in this lawsuit. They're bringing the eyes. They're bringing so many new eyes on this that were not there before. To them as individuals, to their families by proxy. Like, how many new people do you think heard about it? This has been going on since 2023. How many new people do you think, or 2022? How many new eyes do you think came on this just by virtue of them trying to sue him? Like, they made this so much worse for themselves. They also clipped the cables too. He had to get them replaced. So damage your property. Yeah.
That's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich.
Look, I get the urge to talk about fucking your op's wife, okay? It is the biggest power play of all time. So pretending like you did it is obviously funny. But yeah, once again, the only piece of criticism would be I'm probably opposed to bringing people's spouses into this if they're not directly involved.
Randy Walters is so rotten. He's hooked on coke and Oxycontin. In Manchester long ago, he owed a drug dealer lots of dough. He tried to run like a track star. He got stuck trying to hide underneath the car. He became the chief of Manchester.
Dude, why does this, when I like think corrupt cop, why is this like this where my, like, just like a stereotypical representation of like a corrupt like police chief or something? It just looks exactly like this. They never have hair, or they're severely balding, got the facial hair, overweight. It's just got the look, you know what yeah, pig phenotype.
He became the chief of Manchester. Now Manchester is a disaster. He pulls you over. He steals your pills, your Oxycontin, and your dollar bills. He's a drug addict. He got fired. He went to Adams County. Somehow he got hired.
Yeah, can't you get, like, that's the other weird thing. Can't you get, after being fired from one agency, can't you be rehired by another? Why is it not, like, treated like medicine, where you just get your license? Well, medicine also has a lot of shortcomings in regards to somebody getting fired from one hospital and going to work at another. But, like, you should have to get a license, you should have to be licensed to be a police officer, and that license, when you get, like, can just be revoked across the board. Like, I mean, unless you're like leaving due to like a layoff or something, or they just don't need as many police officers, or I don't fucking know. Like, if you are terminated for as a result of actions that would rooted in a manner that would indicate dishonesty, excess use of force, why would you ever be allowed to be rehired by any other department? And what does that say about the departments that are willing to hire someone like that? What's a good example? I could not be hired by any police department in America. Why? Well, it's a big, I have admitted, right? I took LSD once. That's actually just like supposedly, that is a complete, not that I have interest in becoming a cop, but that's a complete disqualifier, right? That's a complete disqualifier. Even if I took it as a teenager, I would never be able to be hired by any law enforcement agency in the United States. But had I previously been a cop and like been fired for pulling some shit, I could actually stand a better chance. That's crazy.
Is a bullshit. He needs to stop hiring.
You're not. I always wanted to be a detective. I always not obviously you have to work as like a cop to become a detective. But that was always like where I wanted to go. I have law enforcement family, not close family. 2 members of my family that are obviously I won't get that, an aunt and an uncle, but my aunt. I always wanted to do what she did. She's a crime scene investigator. She goes and like pieces together homicide scenes, like what you'd see in TV or the movies or whatever. I always wanted to do that job. So that was like my lifelong dream, to do that or work for the FBI. Obviously, I was looking at law enforcement through like a view of rose-tinted glasses and TV depictions and everything. A lot of times it's a lot more boring and bureaucratic and not... You're not morally the good guy. So my interests have changed. Also, I would never be able to work in that position. So I was serious about trying to get into the FBI. Obviously, the thing is, you need, I was never going to stand a chance. Also, you need like you need really good like professional experience before you even stand a chance of getting in. But like, I was looking through like the forms you'd have to fill out, what the process would be. And, like, it's actually such a nightmare, dude. If you ever hope of, like, applying to some shit like that, you have to, they start doing, like, if you make it, I think, past the first round of applicants, they look at everything, dude. They'll go talk to people that you haven't spoken to in years. Go look in all your past addresses. You have to report any foreign contacts, which obviously, basically would have to report, which obviously I'm not doing. I'm not applying. I'd have to report everyone. But yeah, that was like always my lifelong dream or whatever. Not so much anymore, obviously.
Criminals and knocking up his babysitter. Randy Walters is the son of a bitch. That's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. Hey Randy, fix my dough.
Okay, so that's the premise of the song. Now, just bear in mind the wife claim as well. That's going to come into play later on. But when was this from? This was from March 16th. Got it. So March 16th, the decision was rendered on the 19th. This was 3 days before the jury came back with its decision. So he's like really gloating. I think at this point, he probably knew he was going to win, right? Apparently his lawyer was like signing off on these music videos, but he knows the victory that's about to, this is bringing further publicity to it. And then this is another video he made before the decision was rendered, called Lick 'em Low Lisa. This is about Lisa Phillips. So let's take a look at this as well. This was one of the plaintiffs in the civil suit against him. Let's take a look at this. Who is this? Damn. I've never heard the song before. This is my live reaction. But right off the bat, first react, what an insane title.
Lick 'em, Lolisa.
Bro, can you imagine this being your mom? Oh my, dude. If she is, I pray to God it wouldn't be deserved. You can't help who you're born to. I pray to God she does not have kids, man. Can you imagine in school you're known as like the son of Lickamlo, Lisa?
Came to town. She ate all the pussy all around. From Adams County to the 275. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Licking every pussy alive. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't lick 'em low.
This guy is insane, dude. This is while the court case is ongoing.
Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like
okay, bro. What is
pizza.
this? Am I like I'm not worried about showing this on YouTube because this is so public. Like I feel like if this was against TOS, this would have been taken down.
Man or a woman, you really don't know her. I notice her voice is a few octaves lower.
Yeah.
She's not too ugly. She's not too fine, but she might whip out something that's bigger than mine. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa.
We're listening to the full thing, man. We're listening to the entire 12-minute song got played in court. Dude, you can only dream of having a moment like that, just where like you get to take this much of a W over somebody that tried to come after you. It's just like, dude, the honestly, good for this guy, man. Good for this guy. Okay, bro.
Pizza.
Great stuff. Great stuff, baby.
Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like.
Am I just supposed to? Okay, am I just supposed to play the video while I watch this?
She disconnected my cameras, then she went down on my spouse.
All right.
I just don't know.
I feel like I can't. I feel like it feels wrong. I feel like I shouldn't be sitting, even though it's allowed by YouTube. I feel at a very public piece of that was played in court. I feel like I should not.
What I'm gonna do?
You know what? When this happens, I think we're gonna hold on. Please, I'm gonna just have to sit through this. Dude, okay. You know what? Just in case. Whenever this happens, wait, does anyone have the green shower photo? Hold on, I'll send it in my inbox. We're gonna use green as a sensor whenever that comes on. Because this is a Christian stream. Yeah, we'll use this. Classic Gawk getting green. Back at it again. Gawk getting green. There we go. Perfect.
Y'all keep on laughing. She gonna eat your wife's pussy.
What the fuck? Dude, he has people whipped cream. Dude, he got an actress to play her. Film the actress pretending to lick pussy and put fucking whipped cream on the actress's face. Bro, this is crazy.
Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa.
pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't lick 'em low. Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa.
Why is it kind of, dude, why is this song kind of good, too? Why, like, this is like one of his better ones to come out of this.
She likes pizza. When Lick 'em Low Lisa joined the Adams County Sheriff Department, husband was complaining cause she was munching on their wife's carpet.
Dude, this is actually fire.
Lisa lick 'em slow, Lisa lick 'em fast. Lisa lick that pussy, Lisa lick that ass. Lick 'em low, Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like pizza.
Dude.
Sometimes she won't lick 'em low. Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa.
Dude, NWA made Fuck the Police just so AfroMan can make Lick 'em Low Lisa.
She like pizza. Sometimes she might lick 'em low. Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't lick 'em low.
Aiden's just jealous. He'll never get... Dude, I will never get as close to a woman as Lisa, man. Dude, Lisa Phillips has to give me tips.
Lisa, lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't.
Okay, someone registered on Google Lisa... the Lisa Phillips carpet cleaning company. Very brutal. I'm kidding, I just made that one up. Dude, calling up the Lisa Phillips carpet cleaning company.
Lick 'em low, Lisa. Full of shit Phillips. She'll pull your woman over, spread her legs and fill them lips.
Bro. That's a custom make it. What guitar is that? Yeah, and then Happy Veterans Day. I think he did her a service by using an actress, because I think that people are going to remember the actress's face way more than... Well, actually, her deposition is apparently funny to watch, so that might not even be true. Lisa's lucky she looks so generic. She'll get spotted in somewhere like fucking Adams County, but... making a song like this about my enemies' wives. That's her voice.
Client dancing in the driveway.
Dude, he was not kidding. I thought he was just like coming up with random shit so she was just gonna have a kind of deep voice. That's her voice. She's suing him for saying that her voice is several octaves lower than his. Bro, and that's just an accurate statement. That has got to be, on a biological female, one of the lowest voices I've ever heard. Unless it's like a woman with like gigantism or something. in like a biological, that is a deep fucking voice. Her voice is deeper than mine. Easy. Well, that's not impressive, is it? But
Singing how I lick pussy.
that's a man. That like it's not even transvestigate. That is just a man. Lisa's a man. Dude, Larry Phillips?
And I need to learn how to count how many pussies I've licked. You know, and
He's saying over here I'm eating pussy and it's counting how many pussies I lick.
this has made it hard. To where I have to swallow it. Because of you.
That's a man, dude. That is 100% a man.
Things that's being said. Are you Lieutenant Licking Low, Lisa Phillips, Pussy Licking Phillips? I like to go to Walmart and be called a guy because of your voice.
I honestly, I gotta be honest in the most respectful terms possible. I don't think his song is what started that. I do not think that his song is what started that.
You got a pecker. How'd you like that? Would you like a female or a guy asking if you got a...
You like people coming up to you in public telling you got a pecker? What?
Probably not. Of us standing and then have me on their gate.
Isn't this happening in Ohio too? Is this what people from Ohio sound like? Obviously not. It's not the fucking South. She's probably from the South.
Obviously, I haven't had a sex change. I have a child. I mean, I've had that, yeah. They didn't make money off of me. They just didn't say I should have to prove I don't have a penis. Yeah. I was on my way to work one morning, right in Panhandle, stopped at the stop sign. The commissioners had a contracted crew that was working in Panhandle. I get hollered, Lieutenant Lickum Low, Lisa Phillips. You want calls, or you don't even have to be working to get a holler from Lieutenant Lickum Low, Lisa Phillips. Pussy.
Lieutenant Lickumlow, Lisa Phillips. Lieutenant Lickumlow, Lisa Phillips. It's just gonna solidify the nickname further. It's just gonna solidify the nickname further.
Licking.
I mean, Lisa's gotta be a lesbian, right? Right? I mean, I know there's like a lesbian voice, you know what I mean? For like butch like Lisa's a lesbian, right?
I'm not a crooked cop. I'm not a thief. And I sure don't have a penis. Like, there's been times that videos have been sent to me that I've had to go home because I can't handle it. You know? What we're gonna do. You know, I'll tell you what's sad. Is the fact that, number one, that I have to be emotional because your client lies. I've had a deep voice in my entire life. I did not wake up one morning and beg God to have a deep voice, all right?
Like, normally I might feel like a little bad, but just the fact that this person partook in a ray that they now know, even if they claim ignorance at the time and believed, you could just say, I believed I was helping a kidnapped person, right? You now know that you've served a warrant, you've raided, and that was under a false pretense. This guy didn't kidnap anybody, and there should be then some remorse from you on that part. You actually have the audacity to participate in a lawsuit on that same person that you very evidently partook in the wronging of. So any room for like sympathy here from me is just like non-existent.
I have not had a sex change. I do not have a penis.
She was the one that cut the cameras?
I shouldn't have to prove I don't have a penis. Or about having a penis bigger than the rest.
Yeah, he shouldn't have to prove that he hasn't fucking kidnapped anybody by letting you guys like go all over his house and touch all his shit and damage his property. But he did. He did. So tough shit. Like, tough shit for you.
The guys that I work with. And pulling people over and licking pussy, I mean, come on.
You know the shit she gets from other cops, dude. Oh, probably over the scanner and stuff. How we doing over there? Look him low, Lisa. Lieutenant Lickham.
Asking for damages due to emotional distress. When you say emotional distress, can you tell me exactly what that means in the context?
Look at me in the face and tell me what it means. What does emotional distress mean to you? Obviously, it's right here.
Women and their tears. Women and their tears. It's like a secret weapon. It's like a secret weapon. It doesn't work here. Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me.
Are you saying there's no one else to call, or there is other people and you don't want to call?
I'm not going to put anybody else in the middle of it.
So, Lisa, I'm sorry. I didn't know that hurt you like that, man. You kind of intimidated me. I know you're. I'm sorry. You guys raided my house. You knocked down my door. I was upset. I would never shoot you, or I would never try to punch you. I thought I'd crack some musical jokes, and I didn't know they hurt you that bad. I'm sorry. I think you're a nice-looking lady. I didn't know you was a biological lady. I'm sorry. I was just having fun with the bad situation. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, man, Jesus. Hang on, let's take a little break, everybody. Hey, hang on.
Oh, dude. They did Lisa a service with the actress. I gotta be honest, man. Appreciate the call in, DJ Party Pawn. I would ask, unless you guys are calling in to disagree with me about something, I'll take callers during like more lax periods of the stream, not mid segment. But appreciate the enthusiasm, appreciate the call in. Unless you disagree with me, then we can talk. But I haven't really said. I feel like I haven't said anything conclusive that would warrant disagreement yet. Yo, thank you for the 7. How about Nope? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too, sir. Much appreciated. Ma'am. Sorry. I'm sorry. Lisa's got me all confused here. Are you? I can't see. I read chat through like OBS, so I actually can't see your profile. I used to think I knew what a woman looked like, and then I saw Larry Lisa Phillips.
Wait a minute. What the fuck is this?
Oh, this. I did a show one night, and this girl said, "Hey, AfroMan, I want to give you some pussy."
Is that a pocket pussy? What the fuck? This was played in court with Lisa in the room. just like I don't know, like I'm processing this, Matt. This is just like, I don't think I can remember, like, this is the hardest clapback, bro, I have seen in recent, I mean, this is just, this is art. I mean, this is art. I thought, you know what? All the normies like it, so it's probably not going to be that great, because I'm unique. I don't like what everyone else likes. But I have to say, man, I just have to say, I am, the pettiness game, the comeback, this is incredible. Really, it's incredible. Single-handedly, if anything, he has this sheriff's department to thank, because his response probably is going to work so well for, and has been working so well for him. It's literally, he's gone from being a one-hit wonder into now a you know, a multi-generation name. The amount of money he's probably been making off of this shit is too high to count. The views are only going to go up. Like a lot. What city is this? I know nothing about Ohio. Is this Cleveland or Cincinnati?
Look 'em, Lisa used to toss my salad for hours. Lisa used to lay on the floor and let me piss in her mouth.
Is that the confidential informant?
Those kids knows who I am. That's his kids in the car. Is that who I think it is?
I mean, yeah, just truly unilateral victory here for AfroMan. Okay, well, we haven't really gone over the victory yet, have we? Because, dude, are we actually? My fall off is generational. Man. Hold on. Where is... It's okay. We're having a good time. We're laughing. So this continues. Where is that? Fuck. Here we go. So one of the officers, so this was all during the trial. Keep in mind, Lickum Low Lisa, all this was happening as the trial was still ongoing. The original deposition against Lisa, or of Lisa, has been made available to us, and we're going to take a look at it. Because it's relevant. It's relevant, okay?
Our next witness, Judge, is Lieutenant Lisa Phillips.
Can you get through your direct by 4:15 to 4:30?
That may be difficult.
Can you give me somebody you can get through?
About 7 minutes in, that's where the deposition starts. Yeah, and they allowed cameras in the courtroom also just works massively, because they don't always do that. Cameras are not always allowed in the courtroom, but when they are, it creates some great content. I think, personally, that not, if it pertains to cases involving minors, etc., I don't know, I think if you can argue that it's just going to be a case of public interest, they should always allow cameras in the courtroom. Not live per se, because obviously you need to protect certain people's names, but...
Okay, down
So this is the post.
Near the bottom of that first paragraph, just go down a little bit more, right there. Has anybody in Adams County verified her vagina? If you haven't, you should, or she might.
Oh my, they have her on the stand, bro.
Oh, whoop out something bigger than yours. If this lady is your friend, I wouldn't leave her alone in my house. Or I'll put it this
And also, this is some really great, like, camera quality for a courtroom.
way. If you leave,
They, like, got her in 4K,
and your
dude.
video system
You can
is
see every, like, pore on her face.
dressed up, etc., etc. And then down below a little further, my name for this particular officer is Lieutenant Mona Lickumlow Lisa. When did you first see this posting?
Have
if
you never
recall?
seen a court case? Yes, I have seen court cases. The quality significantly varies, right? If it is a national trial, you get like ABC, you get the news in there. Obviously, you're gonna have great camera quality. That's not a given for every single case. Also, this is big, but at the time this was going down, it wasn't. You know, I'm not expecting fucking national channels to be in the courtroom.
Shortly after the warrant.
Dude.
That was over three and a half years ago. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one. Humiliating her, giving her.
Yeah, but for some reason, when I watch court videos, the quality always sucks. Many times, like when you see those like YouTube Shorts judges and shit, their like court camera quality is always like ass.
Mental stress.
But to be fair, that's like pre-trial hearings. That's not like actual trials.
Ridicule and the loss of her reputation.
And that's criminal.
She doesn't like being called Lieutenant Mona Lickumlow Lisa full of shit Phillips, but she loves stealing money and disconnecting cameras of law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. That's March 25th of 2023, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Go to the next one. Which number is this?
Number 21, and it's a video.
Lieutenant Lickumlow Lisa, stop looking at pussy back there. That's your problem. You're always looking pussy and you don't even know how many pussies you've licked. You don't even know how many video cameras you've been disconnected.
Damn.
What number? That was 21?
Yes.
Did you see that video when it was posted?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
Lieutenant Mona Lickumlow Lisa, ex white just like Lisa. She jealous of me.
I don't need to know as much as the record needs to know it. Work with me here. Go with 22.
22.
Who made it into the YouTube recommended of the court? Oh, this is just the default. Who made this video essay?
Ex white just like Lisa. She jealous of me and my love.
Can you imagine like Dicker's stream is like recommended in the corner?
Was that the same one over again, or was that a different one?
That is number 22.
That's
the
22.
Same, yes.
Same one, all right. Lieutenant Lickumlow Lisa ate my ex-wife just like pizza. Is that what you understood that to say?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
God, I wish I could have a fucking voice that deep. Honestly. Just like, that is a guy's voice. That is objectively the voice of a man. I almost, when I heard it on the video, I almost thought it was dubbed. I almost thought he like had a guy like dubbed over it. I didn't realize her voice was actually that fucking low.
That's the same thing on a different platform. Do you know what? Can you tell what platform that is?
Search YouTube.
And the other one was Instagram. But let's don't play it. Just pull it up. See if we can.
Number 22.
It's number 22. Yeah.
That's 22 again.
That's YouTube.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out which two platforms. Were they both the same platform?
Do you want me to go to the next, or both of those are both YouTube?
Oh, okay.
And then there's.
Good. You can turn.
Can we stop here? So, for the record, are we saying that Exhibit 22 and Exhibit 23 are duplicates?
They are not duplicates.
Dude, did they get dude? Thank you, Rasputin, for fucking taking some time off from being dead to come into the courtroom and dude, what is that beard? A guy with that a full head of hair like that. I mean, kudos to you, sir. That's a good fucking head of hair. A guy with a full head of hair like that does not need a beard that long. What is this guy in his 30s? You do not need a beard that long in your 30s unless you're like Muslim or Jewish.
They are postings of the same video. One was posted on October 4th, 2022. One was posted on October 23rd, 2022. They were posted on his YouTube account on two separate occasions. One is like that.
Can we clear that up for the record, Your Honor?
I think we just did.
I don't know which one was posted when.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
You're thinking like I'm thinking. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Let's play the next exhibit.
24?
Yes. Exhibit 24. When was that post? Can you see a date? Is that a different date? Should have the witness testify, probably ideally.
It's September 25th of 2022.
Okay.
Deeper voice than the male attorney is crazy. What are we doing, Lisa? What are we doing, Lisa? It's crazy. Apparently, Beckett called into Dickers but didn't pick up when you rang. Is he on there right now? Is he on there right now? Thoughts? Thoughts? I always say about Beckett, all right, I say, listen, I like Beckett because Beckett picks up the phone when you call, okay? That should be the expectation as a public content creator. Unfortunately, it's not the given. Many people do not pick up that ringing red phone. But I always said about Beckett, at least he does, right? That's more than many. He was on there earlier, not anymore. Let's try him again. One more time. He hung up. That one didn't even ring out. He just hung up. I rang 3 times and he hung up. He didn't actually enter the... He had to have manually clicked decline. Oh, wait, I just got added to a group chat.
So why did you... Was there somebody telling you that you should make this into a whole thing? Or, did you, follow advice from somebody else or what?
No, this, I have leaked the timeline for my own. It was on my own. What I'm trying to say, I did this on my own.
Okay, interesting. And Kane didn't tell you to do any of this, or Doink?
No.
Doink had no involvement here either?
No,
Okay.
this was all me.
Because it seems interesting that you're dating somebody who may have put it on Lockout Farms, and then as soon as he leaks it, then for no discernible
We don't know if he
justification,
leaked it. I
then
don't
you're
know
kind
if
of
he leaked it.
putting a shit ton of stuff into content creators' inboxes for a full timeline, maybe.
I don't know if he leaked it. I can't prove if he did, so I'm not gonna say that he did.
Dude, what is Beckett's
unless there's
profile
some
Are you not
picture?
at least
actual-
Are you not at least disturbed by the thought that he might have leaked it?
I don't think he would have.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry.
How long have you been dating the guy again?
A month.
Okay, fair enough. No, yeah, it sounds trustworthy. That's fair. Okay.
I know.
Aiden, you wanted to be added to the call?
I didn't.
Was there anything
actually.
there,
I was
mate?
trying to question Beckett, and then I got added to this call instead. So I was not trying to be here. But the for Tempest, are people being critical of Tempest here?
We're trying to dig into the timeline of like how this stuff actually came to fruition. Because as it stands right now, nobody's quite sure why this got made into a timeline. That was that though. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
why it made it to the timeline?
Why it got made into a timeline.
Why she made like a timeline with screenshots.
Maybe just to knew it would be publicly discussed, wanted to get ahead of any questioning, give people an organized spot.
What I told them.
That makes sense. I don't know.
I mean, that's verbatim what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that story does make sense. So, is there like confusion still?
Is there confusion still? Yeah, that doesn't really make sense actually. At all, right?
Why?
Because if somebody ends up leaking your sex that you've like shopped around and discussed with somebody else, I don't think the answer to that is to leak a bunch more of your sex. If you're worried about like embarrassing details getting out there, right? To get ahead of possible public disclosure. Because all that's going to happen is a bunch of other details are then going to leak, and even more stuff is going to like be speculated on.
I know this.
Currently, at the very start of it, there's like 2 opportunities, 2 screenshots, like that people can like speculate on. Now there's like 17 different screenshots that people can speculate on, and a bunch of extra personal information that's come out along the way. So no, it doesn't make sense, that motivation, right?
Well, in regards to what she was thinking when she did it, like, do you believe that that was what she thought made, from her perspective, made sense at the time? Or are you questioning her motives, or think she's being dishonest about her motives?
I'm not actually sure, but I'm just saying that it doesn't actually make sense as a motivation.
Yeah, well, in terms
you could be being honest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, in terms of like it makes sense in the sense of what potentially incorrect thought would lead her to think this was a good idea, but also like we can agree that if she was to accurately look at the feel a sense of shame, look at the broader implications of the release, then it wouldn't probably be the best decision for achieving whatever goal it is that she wanted to achieve. I just thought the questioning,
but it's not like
was along the lines.
I would understand if it's like a slightly. Okay, I would understand if it's a slightly like suboptimal decision, but you probably understand. You would probably agree this is like the worst decision you could make, right?
In terms of trying to save yourself from public shame and embarrassment.
Yeah.
Probably, but based on what, unless I'm missing something, it seems like most of the focus is on like poo. Like it doesn't seem like this person had a reputation to be ruined to begin with. You know what I mean? I just know this person as somebody that eats
Another
sex
reason why
weirdos.
dispelling public narratives would also like not really make sense. You agree that because it's all the texts that have been leaked from her end, right? Over the timeline that she's done, or most of them have been leaked from her end. So she has become more so the focus of attention than she was before.
I guess, yeah, but it seems like the more overtly like sexting stuff, like out of everything that got leaked, it just shows Gilded like talking about like the using them as like a cum sleeve or whatever the fuck. It seems like the funny bits that would really like catch the eye are from Gilded's end here for the most part. I don't see any overt sexting on Tempest's end, which I feel like.
Well, she didn't leak any of hers, no.
Yeah. So
But
okay, but why do you think that is?
In the video that she put out there.
Yeah.
So as
why do you think
part
she
of her
didn't leak that?
timeline is a link to the video where she had a conversation with Fox Azure, where she confesses that she was spamming his DM with goon, goon, goon. I want to goon. Would you like to goon? Could we goon? I'm gooning
I never
right now.
spammed his
I'm
DMs.
coming. I'm
That's
coming
his
whether
own.
or not you want to goon.
So,
But those messages got leaked as a result of that.
Yeah, I haven't seen those.
I'm sorry. Just again, she was sending him her nudes. I mean, that's sexting, isn't it, Aiden?
Yeah, 100%. Why?
Because you're saying that all the avert stuff is all from Vlad. It's like, well, obviously she's not going to leak her
out
own.
of what we. Yeah, I'm saying no. I'm not denying that she sexted him. That's not my point. I know she sexted him. I'm saying we're talking about what her intentions were here, and I'm saying that it shows at least some level of like self-preservation or attempt to avoid embarrassment that her sexting is omitted from these DMs. even if she slipped up at this other point you're talking about with the Fox Azure stuff, it seems like it does, like, there is, like, actually some efforts here to spare herself from public embarrassment, which I guess from her.
Okay, but the question I guess we're asking is if Tempest is putting out more of a timeline. I say we in a very loose sense because I'm literally just sat here playing Crimson Desert. But like, if like the question is like malice, right? It's like, is Tempest putting this further timeline out to further strike at Vlad because she might have grievances, or is she putting it out just to like provide that timeline of context? Because those are two different things. That's the question being asked.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like
I'm gonna level, okay? Aiden, are you trying to join this fucking polycule?
Am I trying to good one, man?
Dude.
No, I just.
It seems like you're trying to curry a lot of favor with Tempest here.
No. I think this Tempest person is a nobody and like some embarrassing e-sexter, e-dater. So I just don't know. This person doesn't really have as much of a reputation that would like that would be ruined or shocked here. So I'm just surprised that the focus isn't almost entirely on Vlad, because this is like immensely embarrassing for him. I'm not saying you're trying to do that, but it feels like people that would focus on Tempest here, or whatever the fuck Tempest's motives are like trying to like deflect from the fact that Vlad, GildedPoo, the guy that like in the most cocky manner possible came at me over the goat shit, now has DMs with this like lolcow shitter of him talking about using them as a fucking cum sleeve. I feel like the focus is being taken away from Vlad here a little bit. To be fair, maybe you haven't. I haven't watched your stream.
The last like several hours like joking about Vlad. To be fair, and talking about him in particular. This is probably the first time that we're actually like spoken about Tempest like as a person. Yeah.
Yeah, I get. I mean,
yeah, and I mean, like,
that's where we are right now.
if it's like that, honestly, yeah, the DMs are funny. I laugh at the DMs. Yeah, because I came in here expecting there to be some like massive controversy. That was my starting point. But if it's just like Vlad's a Discord spurg who was like sexting people on Discord, that's funny. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I also, I guess, was actively lying to and trying to get Tempest to participate and feeding the lie to the person he's actively in a relationship with.
Okay, look, like the M1 shit. Like, I'll be honest. Like, sure. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay.
I don't really think that matters.
It wouldn't. Do you think if this came out about me, do you think Vlad would make 30 or 40 tweets about it? Like, it's who we're talking about here that like matters, like to have the air of cockiness.
Well, I'm not telling you not to talk about it, Aiden.
No, I know. I don't think you are. I don't think you are, to be clear. I just didn't know.
Yeah. I think if you're asking the question of do you, Aiden, have the right to be particularly like, yeah, fuck Vlad over this. Yeah, I can see where you're going from. I don't think you're being crazy after the goat shit. Sure.
But I do think this is like insanely embarrassing for him, and I do think that he did, in terms of any like moral issue here, even if you don't think it's a big deal, the only like moral issue I see coming out of this is from him in regards to the lying to somebody that he's in a committed relationship or in a recent relationship with, and actually going so far as to have Tempest participate in that. I think that's like weird, especially when you're doing it to somebody you're in a fucking relationship with. It kind of just shows a super easy like for most people there's going to be pause and like overtly lying like that to somebody you're with. It seems like that was really easy for him. It came really easy to him, like in terms of like it's not like a lie that was really necessary in terms of him achieving his goals. So I still can't figure out why. I guess he did that.
If I may speak, if that's all right.
No, the main subject for the drama. Actually, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did express, regret and say that he did not want to lie to her. I will say that he most likely did feel remorse for it, but it still happened. But I don't think he was trying to be, malicious about the whole thing.
Well, that's great. I still can't. But what I'm trying to figure out, what was the motivation to lie in the like first place if the sexting ended before he was in the relationship?
Well, maybe Tempest, you know better. I've got speculation on that. Go ahead.
Can you repeat yourself, please? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was saying I've got speculation for why he might. Did he tell you why he was motivated to lie?
Yes, he did. It's in the timeline as well. So during this time, I think if I remember correctly, he only started dating M1 like a week before he told me to lie. And he was having, I guess, some drama with Monstrous, from what I remember him telling me. So this is just from his word. I don't know if the whole Monstrous thing is correct or not. I don't know if he was lying or anything about that. But he told me that Monstrous was spreading a rumor that he and I don't know if he were in a relationship. And I guess that, got to M1. And, that's when he told me to lie about it.
Okay, right. So was it not enough just to say that, like, no, we weren't in a relationship?
I did tell her that we, are you talking, can you repeat yourself? I'm
So
sorry,
this
can you
monstrous
clarify?
person is going around and saying, hey,
Mhm.
everybody, Tempest and GildedPoo were dating when Gilded got with this M1 person. Is it
Mhm.
not enough just to say, like, oh, well, no, we weren't dating, actually?
I wasn't really, talking to Monstrous about this whole shit, and plus I was told by, both, Vlad and Gallagher to leave it be. Is because they didn't want, well, Vlad didn't want any more drama to press further. If I tried to, try to dig into it, because I guess, I honestly, I can't blame him. I do get very emotional, and I think I would have ruined things, or made things worse if I tried to push any further. But that's
Right, okay. But I'm saying, like, why was it not enough for you to just say, like, no, we weren't dating, and, like, leave it at that? Why was there something about, like, not even being sexual? Where did that come in?
Yeah, and did Gilded
Because
sign
you
off?
could
Did
tell the
Gilded
truth.
sign off
You
on that?
dispel the rumor,
And
right?
did Gilded sign off on that
What?
before you like? Did he sign off on the details of the lie before you were actually going and giving them, or was that sort of your own contribution?
We were in a voice call, when he told me to verbally, lie to her and say that, he told me what to say. He told me to say that we were just flirting and that was nothing serious.
Yeah, so that sounds more like a question for Gilded. Speaking of the guy, where is
I-
he?
I don't
I've sent him a message. I've invited him if he wants to fucking hop on. I've also sent an invite to M1. And I'm thinking about sending an invite to Monstrous as well. But I don't think that they're necessarily very
I
important.
mean,
Okay.
I've spoken to, someone regarding the monster stuff, so they could clearly hear, because from what he's telling me is that I was lied to by Vlad and nothing was happening. That's why I'm saying I can't be sure if the whole monster stuff was valid or not. I just blindly believed Vlad's word, which is my own fault.
Actually, fuck it. We've already got a screenshot of Vlad's motivations here. Okay, so his last message to you. Vlad says, the damage done is my fault. I panicked and thought a short-term lie would avoid hurting somebody I loved, in hopes that I could just tell her later when things weren't so turbulent. I'm not mad at you for telling her, but at the same time, stop pretending there was any virtue behind it. You cannot seriously claim that keeping a secret, temporarily, was eating at you, when you not only told Gallagher to keep the stupid recording of Fox Azure secret, quote unquote, he can't find it, it's unlisted. Furthermore, you also cannot say, you actually cannot say this, when you admitted to Gallagher that you lied to me. You tried to trap me, or whatever the fuck the word for it is, by claiming that you're in some weight loss program, and that you were losing X amount of weight, blah, blah, blah. Completely misrepresenting who you are. You lied to my face and admitted it to Gallagher instead of me. But I'm supposed to believe this was eating you alive? I don't know what your intent was, Tempest, but I will say, I don't believe it was virtuous. So what was this lie that you told him then?
That my weight, that's one of the lie. And that's and he's also
What did you
mad
tell him?
that I was skinnier than I really was. That's honestly the thing.
Oh, you didn't give him like a pound figure?
I did lie about, I did give him a pound of how much, I told.
What poundage did you say?
I'd rather not give that out, dude. If that's all right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You told him you were trying to lose weight, or you were enrolled in some weight loss program. That wasn't true, right?
I told him I was working on losing weight, yes, but I never mentioned a weight loss program. No.
Got it. So he got like catfished by some obese woman on Discord. Got it.
Obese, no. But, I guess yes.
Aiden, when are you coming in originally to start like defense?
Vlad's excuse was there's more of you to love that way. So I think that no, I have nothing else to add. I'm heading out actually now. Incredibly embarrassing for Vlad. Super sad stuff from Vlad, the child, not my problem, poo. And yeah, best of luck.
And is that that's a different date from the other two? Yes. Thank you. Next exhibit. Number
25.
Number 25.
Dude, unironic, if you're like a chatter, you just like completely switch up on me when you're in someone else's. It is so embarrassing how much chatters switch up depending on whose chat they're in. We got the Solly in Dicker's chat being like, "This, you're not involved, Aiden. This isn't your." I was talking to the girl in call before Dickers was. I was covering this before Dickers had gone live. What the fuck are you talking about, you stupid retard?
And is that a different date? Whoops. Was that a different date? Well, it's not up there anymore, is it? Or
It is up there.
okay. Can you tell, Lisa? Sorry.
Yes, sir. It's October 4th of 2022.
Thank you. Different date. Okay. Next exhibit. Is that it? All right. We have another video. We're ready to do that?
Yes.
I'm just assuming I'm going to object.
Yes, you're going to object to this.
This is the one I'm going to renew my objection on.
So don't play it, just tell me what it is first. What is this?
This is a video that was posted, I believe, last Friday. Yes.
Your Honor, I will enter an objection on this. The law has changed, as I said, in April of 2025, a new...
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not like, I honestly like, is it, maybe I'm just looking too much into it, but is the strat that they're all gonna do be to just like focus on Tempest, this obese nobody, instead of like the I guess there's only so much you could say, but like the overwhelming embarrassment that this is for Vlad. It's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm like salty that the same attitude isn't being kept, even though in every conceivable metric possible, in terms of the criticism levied against me by the ACC, Vlad was worse. I reposted a YouTube channel, details from a YouTube channel dedicated to Lio's wife in my Discord server at like 12 in the morning, where like 15 people at max probably saw that shit, right? That's bad. Vlad actually put her photos from her Facebook long before I ever did that onto his video on Lio, actually put photos from her Facebook, doxing her, into his public video on his public channel. And then in terms of like Riz, I told somebody I had feelings for them. Vlad is talking to some fucking obese like virgin loser, talking to them about using them as a fucking cum sleeve. Where's the energy, man? Where's the fucking energy?
Law was passed, an anti-SLAPP law, which would apply to this, and therefore would have a completely different standard of evidence. And
it's different because it's Aiden. It's different because it's Aiden. I don't like him because he's annoying and said a mean thing to me once. Get in line, dude. Get the fuck in line.
We renew our objection to it being admitted.
My enemies are many, my friends are few. But GildedPoo is the guy that got catfished by an obese woman on Discord, bro. Total L, bro. Total L.
Or even posted.
That law does not apply to this video or to this case, Judge.
Your Honor, that pertains to matters of public.
Do you think, like, if they actually went further with it, David Attenborough would be, like, narrating over GildedPoo and Tempest's sex as he mistook it for a whale mating ritual?
For the press, it also covers artistic expression and stuff. Just to have no analysis is not an answer to the question. But I will renew it.
A really good objection, and I'll be consistent and overrule it. We'll play it, and you might be right, but we'll rule it. I think I'm right. Okay. Number 26.
And this is not 26. I apologize, Your Honor. It's 34. Sorry, we're out of order because of the way that they.
All right, okay. 34.
Then for the record, Your Honor, my objection would pertain to Exhibit 34, just for the record.
Did you see this already, Mr. Osborne?
Dude, they're gonna play. Wait, so they're gonna play Lick 'Em Low Lisa in its entirety in the courtroom. They're just gonna play the full video.
When they listed it, I did find it and take a look at it. I was never supplied a copy, but I did find a copy on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grigory Rasputin, for. Bro. So everything that we just watched gets played with Lisa on the stand in open court, dude. What are her reactions? Do they pan? They pan back to her. Okay. In court, bro.
She raided my house. She disconnected my camera. Then she went down on my spouse. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all keep on laughing. She gonna eat your wife's pussy.
This should be a music video in and of itself. It's just Lisa Phillips on the stand while the song plays. She just has to sit there. Dude, honestly, cruel and unusual punishment. Maybe Lisa has a lawsuit against the court.
Joined the Adams County Sheriff's Department. Husband was complaining because she was munching on their wives' carpet.
Dude. Bro, she's looking at the carpet. She's looking down at the carpet. She's looking down at the carpet. Muscle memory. Dude, I got it wrong. I had the ad-lib wrong. It will, listen, I'll get the, this shit's gonna be stuck in my head for like a week now, though. Can we get dude, Lick 'Em Low Lisa needs to like go platinum on Billboard.
She'll pull your woman over, spread her legs and fill them lips.
Unironically though, there are gonna be people that fuck to this song, bro. There are gonna be people that fuck to this song. There are going to be children conceived to this song. Dude, they're gonna be they're gonna be calling Lisa Cupid, man. The amount of kids she's gonna be responsible for. I'm trying to feel Lisa's pain. This is one of the greatest moments in American legal history. This will be in the history books. This will be in history books. I've seen so many crazy court moments, man. I've seen people rush the judge. I've seen insane admissions. This takes the cake, dude. This is one of the best court moments in history. Easy. Well, I hope that when cops are like body cams started to set I started to solidify that idea, but now when cops like behave, I hope they do so under the knowledge like that anyone can turn you into content. You better fucking like behave in a capacity that doesn't give them any content. But yeah, so she just sits on the stand and cries. Does she say anything after? What does the lawyer say? The judge. How, like, can you imagine having to be in this courtroom and not laugh? Dude, the face of victory. Dude, he's vibing with it too.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
I mean, this is just rough, dude. This is just fucking rough. And then, you know, to I guess take some of that attention off Lisa here a little bit, we've got... Where is it? We've got some cross-examination of the officer who was...
John.
Hold on. What is this? So we've got cross-examination. We're not going to watch... This is... A lot of this shit's boring. But for the lemon pound cake guy, they did the same thing and played it while he was on the stand. No, we're not going to sit through the entire fucking cross. That's... I guess we'll skim it, right?
For Mr. Newland?
It's a evidence bag, yes.
So it's not the money evidence bag?
It is the money evidence bag, yes.
Okay. And you're watching it right now, you're looking at it?
Yes.
And you're walking outside now?
Okay.
The person's following you? You said they knew you as Lemon Pound Cake.
Yeah. That was what they referred to me as, a person.
And they asked you for your autograph, correct?
One of them did, yes.
W?
And so...
Is there a point where we should feel... Oh, I was saying, if these were just, like, cops that just got told you're serving a warrant today on a kidnapping case, or kidnapping out, and they just went with it or whatever, it's like, okay, maybe there would be some sympathy, but it's the fact that they actually tried to sue him. The fact that they were involved, they went beyond what the warrant itself just called for in regards to the destruction of the cameras, the property damage, etc., right? That makes you just not feel bad for any of them. Because even if they were maybe well-intentioned officers that got caught in the crossfire here, all of that possibility kind of goes out the window when they voluntarily decided to partake in a lawsuit against the guy that they very clearly had been involved in the wronging of. Even if they didn't think when serving, which is obviously not true, but even if they didn't think like they were wrong at the time of the warrant, right? At this point, you would have realized in hindsight, this guy didn't kidnap anybody, and you would then feel remorse as a result of that, remorse extending to, hey, maybe I'm just gonna fucking take my blows and not go and sue this guy.
Your Honor, if we could have a sidebar about the Exhibit D that defense intends to exhibit.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll ask a couple of questions. So, Mr. Cooley, sorry, Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You were
received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
Okay.
Did you know it's like his fellow deputies and shit too?
And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play what's marked Defense Exhibit V. I'd like you to watch this.
Okay.
Oh, you got to turn it on. Oh.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kids.
We actually haven't heard this one yet.
Victims, just a living pound cake. Mama's living pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Living pound cake. He wanna put down his gun. Living pound cake. Trending on TikTok.
Oh, so it's to the tune of Under the Boardwalk? Fuck with it heavy?
He's a family guy. Living pound cake. Munchies because he got hot. Living pound cake. Pound cake. He's a Adams County Sheriff. He's hungry and he's big.
Dude, why is he involved in the suit? He got out so much better than... Listen, and if he wasn't involved in any of the... Like, I'm thinking, if I'm the sheriff right now, if he wasn't involved in, like, any destruction of property, etc., what would I do if I was Officer Lemon Pound Cake? Well, I would have started by... I don't know if it's against department... probably is to some extent, because you might be opening yourself up to litigation or liability by admitting wrongdoing as an individual. But in the capacity of what he's allowed to do, I think he's allowed to say he likes the song, right? Like, I would have played into it. I would have been like, I think it's cool. I think the song's funny. I would play it into the bit, right? Instead, you're actually trying to sue the guy over this. So you just, like, look horrible.
He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another spread.
Well, also, is marijuana legal recreationally in Ohio? Probably not, right? No. Adults 21 and older can possess and use marijuana. Okay, okay, it is legal in Ohio. So what? I guess, but you can't have over a certain amount. Is that what they're looking for?
What was that? Mama's living down, it's so nice. He made the sheriff wanna put down his gun. He tell him a story of what? Living pound cake. He wanna put down his gun. Living pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Living pound cake. He's a family guy. Living pound cake. Munchies because he got high.
Okay, well, we understand the gist of this. Let's see if there's any additional clips of the trial on Twitter, because I don't want to sit through the entire deposition. Yeah, most of the clips pertain to the reaction. What is this, bro? Okay, so one of the people that's suing, or one of the people he's suing, which one is this? Randy, I forget his name. This is the guy whose wife he was like, this is the guy whose wife he was talking about fucking.
That is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
Obviously, you weren't gonna win this. It's very obvious, like, satire. You were never gonna fucking... that would fall under... First of all, that would not be a claim. That would be, like, that would be... Wouldn't you... First of all, the burden, wouldn't that require you to prove some, like, actual damages that have occurred as a result of this? It seems like the officers only, like, purely can prove emotional damages, which I think makes your case even weaker. But, like, the claim in particular is, like, very obviously a humorous one. It's not, like, a serious allegation or statement about this officer's character, and I think would therefore not be protected under free speech. No, like...
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know.
I've been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of? Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
So the officer is correct. You actually cannot verify. You can't verify for sure whether or not AfroMan fucked this officer's wife or not. But it's just like still a crazy clip. To get the husband, he doesn't know. You can never know for sure. I mean, whose idea? This was obviously like a legal novice could tell that this was not going to be a case they were going to win. They should have handled outside of court. The second, like, claims pre-trial were outright being dismissed. They knew this was an unwinnable case. And all it served to do was fuck with the officer's already shitty PR. So I don't know who thought this was a good idea, right? But the jury did come back with a verdict, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Okay, never mind. This is actually the full verdict, which is also not really going to be great content, is it? Oh, hold on. Well, okay. Anyways, to make a long story short, yeah, he won the trial. The jury ruled in his favor. So they completely, they made this 10 times worse for themselves, brought tons of new eyes on this, fucking revitalized AfroMan's career. I mean, it's just like a total unilateral victory for AfroMan. I mean, what else can you fucking say? Apparently he's celebrating too. I would obviously he's celebrating. Wait, one sec. One sec. All right, for all 20 of you, I'm back. All right, sorry. This is just like there is literally I don't know. It's great to see a guy winning. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. Come on, man. Come on what? What do you mean come on? He won his trial. He won his trial. This, I guess you could say, dude, why is part of my face turning red, the movie? Yeah, he won. Unilateral victory for AfroMan. There is no way that you shape this where he has not won completely. I think that the excesses of, I think that the, you know, this highlights, some of the excesses of law enforcement, how cops are completely bitch made despite having all the power in the situation, and it is nice to see someone reclaim that power. Apparently, AfroMan is going to try at a presidential run under the positions of the national and total legalization of cannabis. I think Adams County should make him head of like a police oversight board. Just great stuff. Great stuff. You got eczema? I do not have eczema, little bro. Yeah. In what world? It's not a victory, honestly. Victory for everyone today. Victory for AfroMan. Victory for myself as GildedPoo. Look at Aiden, so embarrassing. As for his pursuits of a woman, so embarrassing. I mean, what today is not worth celebrating? You know what I mean? Great stuff, man. Truly. Great stuff all around. I'm going to end stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. And I will see you on the next one. I'll see you later. So thank you for watching. And take care. Peace, peace. Send you into, Queeman. Fitting stream title, GildedPoo Pack Watch.